was his first, there is a slight possibility he can be revived up. He can be recalled back into the game. But what I'm seeing right now is Thunder Talk losing their life. One player losing their life to the play zone, and that was King. He bled out. Inner circles leaving this premises. 7 elimination to these guys' names as well. Naki getting another one out of the back, but there is CHPZ. Chips with the knockdown on ICs. And I think that is... Yeah, that is the 4th player of the team IC. There's Falak, T2-4, Naki. They're still here over in this particular vicinity. But what about now? From this point onward, you're losing your pace. You're losing your footings because of the circle. First and foremost of the circle. Because the radius is super small. Stage number 4 is going to do super immense damage to you as well.
Absolutely. And already like maybe a couple of minutes later, a minute in fact, we'll be seeing a stage 5 circle, and we actually already saw a couple of players losing their lives to the play zone. In fact, I think Alliance lost 2 players to the play zone. I mean, tactically it's better than giving those elimination points to your team, but this guy is playing another game. It's with a pickaxe, dude. Okay. I respect that, but yeah. Did you see that? Someone just teleported, but then okay, never mind. Maybe it's the label of the player, but yeah. I see this player is just jumping around. It's not just me, right?
Oh, okay, he's here. Oh, okay.
Ah,
he's right next to Falak.
Okay. Okay, it's a perspective thing on the camera. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh,
I love the Titan car, by the way.
the cart Titan, the
strange
cart Titan. Cart to cart, that's a journey of the Titan. There we go. But Skyforce, ladies and gentlemen, once again, talking about these guys, the last 2 players remaining with Riley, and there is Godless. But Godless, how long are you going to survive? Because this one grenade from Fabian actually connected. The second one is going to do a lot of splash damage. The third one comes around. It can be detrimental, and oh my god, they survive with all of those grenades. Whoa, what, Fabian? Calm down, buddy. Calm down. You have to utilize your like surroundings really good, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna like just blow up a hole in the vicinity of the land and just get those elimination for yourself. No. You're not going to make a cover like this. You have to use a pickaxe or you have to use a grenade if you really want to dig out a hole. But Godless, finally a grenade comes in. He is down once again. And in fact, he's eliminated. He is done and dusted. T2-4 now will give the revive to Naki. In the meanwhile, Falak will be in charge of keeping the party safe, keeping this whole line of control safe and sound, safe and surround for all of his particular peers. But D plus Kia, they are completely looking at the team IC. The moment they're going to get into their cars or just drive, even move left or right, it's going to be a very, very disastrous situation.
With that stage 5 server, it's just going to be a little bit more fun than usual. But right now, we still have 13 cool players still on the field on a very, very small stage 5 circle. Right now, inner circle is going to be circling around the drain if they do not get out of this blue zone. Oh my gosh, one after the other. It's just going to be T2-4 OP that's going to be handling the rest of this game with after team that or 3 headstones on the roster. But right now, still trying their best to get maybe just 1 elimination before this guy's inevitably going to be seeing the lobby later on. Right now, trying to get some pickoffs from DK5, but it's not working out yet. They're running out of healing items, and the inevitable happens. IC will be saying goodbye, but it's good that they denied that elimination point from any other team. It's just lost to the play zone, so that's good. But yeah, we're down to 8 teams. We are on placement point like area already at this rate. So right now, the next few teams that falls, it's going to be 1 point in just from surviving the slump. But right now, it's CRX within the smokes. Oh my gosh, for me, schools 3 versus 1 did not stack up to their favors, but QXCZZ is going to be throwing those grenades. Let's see if it's going to show up on the kill feed. Yeah, there's actually 2 knockdowns. There's a lot of people in that cluster, but you can't quite see the visions with this because there's a lot of smokes coming up. Okay, looks like we have another elimination as well with SF saying goodbye. Master Ichi falls with the shots of QXCZ. This guy has no vision. And it will be the end of this guy by DRX. DRX gonna be saying goodbye. And well, we're down to 16, 20 players from now on.
21 minutes passed and still 16 remaining with 20 players into the match. We have 4 complete squads: GG, ASI8, DK, and Tiamba. Then we have Team Flash with a solo player, and last but not the least, it is the Burmese Goals with a trio as well. And Burmese Goals is right now being looked upon by the Team ASI8. One wrong move and you will be facing that shots of the AUG 3 times scope. But grenade is coming up. It's a really overcooked grenade. It like just blew up right in the middle of the air. Crypto moving back. ASI8 finally getting some shots. K2 being knocked out, but his grenade actually connected on the other side too. There's Zeus in the backline from the Flash, getting some knockdowns as well. There's DK, D plus Kia. That's 3-way fight going around. There's ASI, there's Burmese Goals, there's a Team FL, and there's also D plus Kia. In fact, 4-way fight going around. K2 has finally been eliminated. He's not going to be alive anymore, but Flash, he gave them those crucial seconds, that crucial time where ASI really needed to like change their like momentum or their location from one place to another one. But D plus Kia is now finally pushing up inside of that circle. They're in the circle. They're looking out for the Team GG at this point in time, and GG support is going to take down one player. That is Noibu. Fabian is also being knocked out by the ASI to Zephyr. Now GX is going to take down Noibu. Fabian on top of that, that's 2 eliminations back and forth coming around in the hand of GG, but JJ coming out in the open. That is Ranzer, and Ranzer instantly being knocked out, but his grenade is actually going to strike true. That is going to take down CHPZ. Team Flash has been eliminated. Osal, the final hope for the team. He is low on that HP. He does not have a healings for himself, just the 2 like juice drinks and the bandages, but nope, not even going to be able to use that as Burmese Goals finally puts the nail in the coffin. And Tiamba in the backline is also trying to utilize their placement and their positions up against the Team GG's, as well as GG is going to lose maybe one of their players, but no, in a decent placement, they managed to revive their players up. 3 versus 3 versus 4 versus 4. This is what the situation is going to be of the fight.
Oh my gosh, good game. 10 eliminations on this game. It's still a 4-man team rather, with Nang X needing to revive later on. Right now they do have Burmese Schools on their scopes, trying to see if they can get a pick off maybe perhaps a hero squad elimination. They're definitely trying to get some shots in the bag, but right now they're surrounded by several teams, so they have to worry about Tanpa nearby as well as Burmese Schools as usual. So looks like Burmese Schools is just trying to kind of hide this ogre and the triangle thing right now. Shooting a little bit at these smokes, but everyone's kind of just like trying to get a good angle over here. But ASI8, gladly, they also have 12 eliminations. GG already have 10. So this is classic Rondo behavior from these teams, and I'm really glad that they're utilizing this map to its fullest potential. So get as much points as possible. You can see BD with 7 eliminations as well, and ASI8 is trying to get as much points as possible as well. It's already like 12 eliminations. GG has 11, and we still have 13 players left on the field. There's a lot of points to be had right now. So well, it's just kind of a waiting game. A couple of seconds left to go before that stage 7 circle is going to close in, and perhaps a little bit more to see that stage 8 circle. But right now, everyone's kind of just like waiting it out. We have Tianpa at the edge of the circle. Later on, Burmese is going to be forced to make a move. Perhaps ASI8 as well, but GG and Tianpa, they're well positioned right now within the play zone, so they don't have to worry too much. But between Burmese Schools and ASI8, there's a possibility we might be seeing a wipeout on this team if they don't, if they can't rotate safe into the area. Because right now it's GG and Tianpa having a little bit of more advantage in terms of location. So right now, just a couple of seconds left to go, and that stage 7 circle is going to close in.
Yeah, that stage, that's going to close in 1 minute. That's going to be the elimination number of all of the team members at this point in time. ASI taking down not one, but both of the team Burmese goals a player. Look at that damage that's going on. The chunk that's being depleted on Crypto.
Yeah.
Casanova is on a decent spot, but 14 eliminations for the ASI 8. It's a very amazing number that this team has with GG Nan GX finally taking down Casanova. That's a knockdown. That's a confirmation coming around back and forth. Amazing shots going on. Team GG, 12 eliminations to their side as well. The difference of those eliminations has rallied up to 3 points. Right between these two, like top two teams, total points. It's just the 3 points of a difference for now. And whosoever out of these two will get the winner dinner is gonna actually like throw the other team so hard down into the hashtag number 2 that they're gonna have at least I'd say 8 or 9 points of difference from that point onward. That is the minimum number that I'm talking about. But Ranzer on our screen so far, he's trying to spot down the Tiamba's player, whereas Tiamba is getting shot from the Team ASI 8 side. That was some shots connecting upon the players, but not enough for the player to like actually have any kind of casualties or any kind of like engagement to the fullest, the commitment to the fullest. Everybody's inside the circle. The thing is, everybody has an entry in the circle, but the only team, in fact, inside the circle, that is the Team GG, which makes me wonder, which makes me believe, Annie, from this point, I do believe so that GG will be that team that's going to get the winner chicken dinner. But the moment I was going to say that one player of the Team GG is right now knocked out, that is a knock. Maybe it will be a confirmation, and maybe it will give enough time for the Team ASIA to actually enter the circle side area, the safe zone area. But we have non-GX cooking grenade now, throwing it away. But oh my god, that's 2 elimination, 2 grenades. In fact, 1 grenade going, 2 knockdown, 3rd one down, and it's a confirmation on all of those 3 players. That team that was a 4-man squad, a full-fledged squad, is right now reduced to a very solo player.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Tanpa just got wiped out just like that, but yeah, good game with their 15 eliminations now. And that's a goodbye, I believe, almost to Tianpa. Okay. There's the final nail on the coffin on Tianpa, but that smoke is just gonna be a little bit hard to deal with. Might be ASI 8 who's gonna be losing another player. That is it. Huzaifa actually pulling a Uno reverse card and definitely shooting Tianpa down out of this map. But right now it's gonna be 1 versus 1 for 2 teams, but it's GG with the 4-man team versus ASI with the 2-man team. Definitely a huge numbers disadvantage for ASI in the game. They're having a really good game right now, and it's going to be between 2 teams, 6 whole players left in the field. It's a 29-minute rondo game, ladies and gentlemen, and ASI 8, I don't know how they're going to do this. We have 4 different combos going up against them. And meanwhile, it's just Huzaifa and Crypto that's going to be dealing with all these grenades from GG. I don't know how these guys still have so much resources to use, so much throwables. We saw a while ago there were so many grenades and smokes coming up, and right now it doesn't seem that they're running out just yet. But ooh, looks like Crypto might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And with that, that's ASI 8 that's going to be eliminated. Good game, having their 3rd chicken dinner for this grand finals. That's crazy, Torrance.
I mean, starting with a winner chicken dinner is crazy. It's so crazy, but getting the elimination numbers on top of that, the amount of elimination numbers that they managed to secure, I think that was 17, 27 points it will be for this team at that point in time. So one thing is for sure, that this team is ready for that action, ready for that engagement, Annie, and they have done so amazing. Like even in this first match, it's clearly shown their intent of that aggression, of that point structure, that yes, we are gonna secure that number 1 spot, no matter what. Today, the number 1 spot is not gonna be taken away from us.
Absolutely. I don't know what happened to Good Game. They're doing such a great job, and I don't know if it's too early to say that these guys are kind of dominating the leaderboards right now. They're dominating this grand finals. So you know what? I'm gonna be keeping my eye on Good Game because these guys went from literal zero to hero. They went from rank number 18 to holding on to that rank number one for I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 games in a row, and maybe even more later on. But yeah, I mean, there's also several other teams that kind of notable at this rate. ASI, of course, with the double digits in the eliminations as well, is something that should be kind of mentioned as well, like special honorable mention as well. And the other teams, of course, there were a decent amount of elimination points, which we'll be seeing in the statistics later on, perhaps, and hopefully we see that later on. But right now, it's really just Good Game taking that spotlight again and again, the third time, in fact, for this grand finals. And yes, this is the team stats for Good Game. We have Nang X with 8 eliminations, Ranzer with 5, Support with 2, and Kaya with 1. And take a look at that damage dealt. 2 players with more than 1,000 damage done.
Most certainly 1,592 damage. Ranzer, you crazy, you beast. 1,600 damage. That's almost like triple the damage that this guy has done with his elimination numbers. Then we have NanGX2 with 1,370. Almost like double the damage. We have 483 for the support and somewhere into the area. Josefa, even after all of that damage, all of those elimination numbers, Josefa is still going to be the MVP of the match. 8 elimination, 1344 is this guy's damage. 197 meters is the longest elimination distance that this match has recorded. In fact, for this guy. Then we had the match standing for the GGs, 26 points. I was like, okay, 27 points? No, it's 26 points, but that is still a big number. ESI8 not falling behind, not falling short, 21 point for this team as well. BG is there with 11 total points. The diversity that it changes, the difference that it changes from 26, 21, all the way down to 11 is a heart-reckoning number. BG with 11, then we have a Team Flash with the 10. The top 4s are going to be the only team members, in fact, this time around with double the digit of elimination. But going to the match summary, it's still less than 100 of the total elimination number. That is 94.
I mean, I don't know if I'm just ungrateful, but I kind of expected a little bit more. Yesterday, the Rondo had 89 total eliminations. Now it's just 5 more. But the healing done did cross the 10k mark, so I guess it's okay. But talking about the number of points each team got from this map, I mean, we saw, of course, Good Game did get 26, and also I believe ASI had its 21. It's kind of like the same number of points that you get maybe in Erangel and Miramar. Not really like Rondo level, you know, ridiculously like 30 or 40 points. But still, you know what, maybe these teams are just trying to play it safe. But right now, yes, Good Game sitting up top, putting a huge difference. Not that huge, but like notable difference between them and ASI8 with a 10-point difference. Team Flash does get number 3 with 57 points. Still sitting up top, not too flashy, but consistent, which is what makes it possible for them to stay up there. But Evil Gaming at number 4, which is a pretty big drop to 42, which is a 15-point lead to number 3. So we're starting to see gaps building up between each teams. So I think they're kind of just like making boundaries already as to what their skill levels look like, and you know the differences between the teams. And Good Game right now, Good Game is starting to show a lot of consistency. So hopefully we can see them bring that kind of energy towards the next few maps later on.
I mean, I need to see that energy from this team, in fact, at the very least, because this is the energy that we are craving. Ladies and gentlemen, the match number 1 is done and dusted. Before heading to the match number 2, we're going on a very short break. Do not go anywhere. Stay here, stay connected with us, and enjoy the highlights.
ready once again to PUBG Mobile Training Grounds Pro Nepal Season 3. We're still your casters, and of course, we did witness our first map, which is Rondo, with slightly more solo eliminations than yesterday, but still could be better. But yeah, that's done and dusted. We only have one more Rondo left tomorrow, and today it's just gonna be our classic maps of Erangel and Miramar later on. So for Sixers, of course, will be our first Erangel map. That will be happening in some time later on, maybe a couple of seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, depending on what the back end feels like right now. But then yeah, Torix, good game. Esports absolutely crushed that first map, and I'm so excited to see what the rest of this day is gonna bring. So what are your thoughts so far, Torix?
A really good game by Good Game Esports, nonetheless. ASI did amazing too, and I have to say, I was hoping Alter Ego doing something. Alter Ego, they were doing good. They were doing consistent on the day number 1, the first few couple of matches, but they fell short after the day, like match number 3, when GG really started to engage and made a comeback from their side. So Alter Ego, they kind of fell short in that. I'm waiting for them to make a move in these matches, in the next couple of matches that's gonna occur. The 2 Wrangles, the 2 Miramar that is remaining, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the real aggression and the real game is gonna begin, because now it's the time for the teams to actually start doing something, start engaging, and start aggressing against the other teams, against the other players, because the wrong moves now that you're doing, it's actually hurting you. You have done the Rondo. It was kind of played into the bonus map that we usually use to talk about Sandhawk, but now it's back-to-back 2 Wrangles, it's back-to-back 2 Miramars, and these are the crucial matches that you are really in need to do good, to play in, and secure as many points as you can possibly accumulate for yourself. The wrong moves from this point onward, the space for the mistakes are negligible at this point. You cannot make the mistakes. At this point, if you make the mistake, there's going to be a very huge setback. Not even a small one, not even a medium one. It's going to be a very huge setback, because you might not be able to continue your game further. You might just lose your morale after that. And if you did, that's over from that point onward. The moment you're going to lose your morale, it's going to be over for you. But yes, these teams are still needed to do really good jobs into their games. Coordination needs to be done at this point. You have at least done something new. If aggression is not working, try passiveness. If passiveness is not working out for you, go for a very aggressive approach. At least try, because these are the moments where you can actually make the mistakes, and where you can actually do something with your utilities and everything. The global stages, the big stages, are the one that is not acceptable for the mistakes. But here we go, the schedule of today. The first match, that was Rondo. It's done and dusted. The second match is going to be of the Erangel. The third one is going to be of the Erangel. The fourth one, in fact, will be Miramar. And last but not the least, our final match will be the Miramar 2.
Yes, absolutely. And in a couple of seconds, we'll be seeing our very first Erangel map for today. So yesterday, Erangel was, I think, just a little bit classic. We have the typical rotations, the hiding outs, the drop-off points as well. And I think what can really tip the outcome of this game is usually the flight path and the circle that's going to be popping up. So right now, it's from west to east of Erangel. I think halfway. Okay, it's not. It's actually south to northeast. So it's from Quarry, from most area, going all the way up to Stalber. And Stalber, I think a lot of players don't really go for this place, because it's just way too much trouble for what it's worth. It's like a full elevated area, and you know what? It's just not worth it. But then everyone decides to go ahead and
Tại mấy dưa, tại mấy dưa của nó dễ mà.
it's kind of worth it, more or less. But then yeah, the hot spots like school, they're all accessible. And those schools also somewhere there.
Nó xe ưa
Accessible as well, just a little bit too far, but the parachute can probably take you all the way there. I don't know if anyone will try for the military base. Those who dropped off at the start of the flight path, possible
Apa yang siap bawa?
and drop off to Southern from the turn. But it looks like Inner Circle
Ada apa apa?
another team off a game stopping on the main avalanche and the saves going for that. But yeah, it looks like the team
area, and that is the guy that is on the left side, the very rooftop of the compound of this building, trying to shoot down the players, but instantly he's also getting some shots. Casanova coming close into the area. Now you make one wrong move and it's going to be a very difficult situation for you, but finally Casanova trying to come up into the area. He's going to be taken down. Zepha trying to give out the cover, and the cover is definitely successful over there. Casanova will definitely go down in the floor. Once again, he's going to come inside the compound, and then will be revived too. Player getting up, moving from one direction to the other one, trying to shoot down the players, but Crypto's shotgun is finally going to connect, and Tiamba will be with us. Out of the game. Another team out of the match within the 5 minutes marker. 5 minutes have passed, and 3 teams have already been eliminated. And not just only 1, 2, 3 players. No, a full-fledged team, all the 4 players intact.
Oh my gosh, I think these guys have jet lag from Rondo. Guys, be careful. You only have one chance here.
Aku sambung je yang ke situ Amel. Takut kau lupa yang atas sekali.
Teams getting eliminated off already. Maybe a couple of teams already lost some.
Belum pos kan ada?
Dah pos.
Dah bos?
Down to one last
Ni
player.
paling baru ni.
Ni paling baru.
Needs to go ahead
Apa?
and get
Tunggulah collect kalau cukup. Contoh hari ni ada yang nak beli lagi.
once again.
Guys, ada nak beli baju lain guys, boleh DM guys.
Post Isnin.
Posis. Oh iya tu, Sabtu Ahmad. Lukman, thank you Lukman.
Same area. And so, yeah, speaking of which, Alter so well in the first few maps yesterday, and all of a sudden they kind of went like
Double.
low key, low profile, not really like popping up or anything like that. And slowly but surely, they were dropping down ranks, several ranks in a row. And so they're still at number 5.
Patut dong mengamuk pada tadi cakap mic ni.
35 points away from good game. So maybe that's like 2 really good games for Alter Ego before they catch up to GG. So I mean, they can still catch up, but they definitely need to work a little bit more hard. They have to pull off whatever they did on the first few maps yesterday, whatever they did to get those chicken dinners, and apply it to the coming maps, because they definitely gonna need it if they don't want to be overtaken by some of these teams, because we can see Inner Circles is already 1 point away from overtaking Alter Ego, in fact. And right now Alter Ego, they're spread out all around the map, not what their plan is about to be, but well, a lot of their players are about to be eaten up by that blue zone. They definitely need to go ahead and give those rotations, but there's a steam flash nearby. It's also scattered all around. I think they're going to be staying just a little bit longer to try and vie for those elimination points. But right now, it's going to be a lot of patience coming in from these 2 teams, and they also have to worry about running out of resources in terms of healing. But oh, just like that, Team Flash, I don't know what happened, but Team Flash just got eliminated just like that.
Yeah, they were down to the last 2, remember, as they were fighting against Zahura Esports, and now as they were down to the last 2, they got instantly obliterated. But what happened to the Skyforce? Wait, hold up.
Yang bla-bla atas tu requirement dia.
I just realized they're also down to the very last guy somehow.
Oh, saya Umi. Aku suka kau je kau arah gue. Kau ingat mantai kau.
I did not like notice their name pop up into the kill feed whatsoever. But we have Team Secret versus Thunder Talk in the midst of this. Near the container side of the Georgia pool. Secret finally pushing up. Jay is on the top of the rock, finally getting some shots, and he will be finished up. Wait a minute, he's not finished up. There we go. He's finally finished up by Juke. And where is the rest of the team of this player? Where is the rest of the players of this team? Secret on the other side. There's also the 2 players in the back line. The circle's finally closing up, and it's going to water. Yes, sir, it is going to water. A chaotic circle is finally coming up. It's finally coming up. 65%, almost close to 70% is in the water. This radius is going to be a very deadly impact for all of these teams because they do not have enough space to cement themselves into the safe side areas, into the land areas. They have to take the fight, whether they like it or not. But Arena versus DRX, there is a possibility of this happening too. IC versus Alliance, it has happened, and Alliance has lost one of their players. IC has done great jobs this time. Rondo was great for these guys, and once again,
Welcome, my friend from Vietnam. Vietnam number 1.
One or two eliminations at the very least.
Wima, thank you man. Semoga murah rezeki man. Thank you man bagi Abe.
Trying to kind of position themselves right now. They're right behind this
Terima
compound.
kasih banyak man.
Perhaps just kind of looting this place out.
Dah masuk dah guys ya, 10 ni. Ngoyen.
And it looks like Alliance, they definitely spotted inner circles over here, but it's just gonna be Holland that's gonna be here. But there is All for One, and I didn't quite catch the other one nearby. So perhaps if they kind of are ready for an engagement, they can
Like kat mana tu?
take down
Kat
another
YouTube ada.
team. But right now,
Boleh je
players
Pmtg.
also on their cars. Might be car chase, might not be an engagement. We're not seeing anything happen, but over there, somewhere out there in the map, Irina finds the Xavier, and that's exactly what we're looking at right now. Sakura just got in their car. It looks like Nazuni is going on a chase to one player from DX. Goes on the ground, tries to get some shots in.
Dia tak main ke?
Almost
Tak,
gets
dia
that.
sakit.
It's just a little bit more health, and that is a knockdown. And Sakura, I think, is going to be
sebab dua
going
siapa lagi?
ahead and finishing the job. All the while, the last player of Skyforce, that's Rylene, is also just around the corner. This guy should probably like hide out and try to get as much elimination points as, rather placement points as possible. But unfortunately, it's not going to be happening. The arena is still going up against DRX, I believe, and well, kind of a little bit of a mess. They are already in the circle, but they have to deal with everyone else who tries to rotate into the area. But right now, Irina finally, after sitting at
Assalamualaikum,
number
lama
14
tak
for
join
so
live.
long,
Semalam
they're
baru kau
getting
join.
so many elimination points. DX is especially is getting eliminated from this situation, and it looks like Alliance, they do have a different a nice amount of elimination points, but there are down to 2 last players. Oh my gosh, Alter Ego is also going up against Thunder Talk, gets spotted from a distance, just a bunch of bullets being exchanged. But right now it's just gonna be all about positioning, and it looks like Thunder Talk, they have this compound in the bag, and all the while Alter Ego is towards the hills.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is at this point in time. Alter Ego securing some eliminations on the team secret. And you can see Krypton being eliminated in the kill feed as well. There's Thunder Talk. There's Alter Ego. Aries Snape is here trying to shoot down and hold down the fort for his team members. So the rest of the team can actually come in close and maybe take the fight. For the rest of the area. Alva is here. You can see him. The shotgun is in the hand of the player too. But oh my god. Wait a minute. The player jumped down and got him down. And Alter Ego with this. It's going to be out of the game. Alliance is here. And Alliance is also receiving a lot of damage. Look at that. They were 4 man, 3 man, and now they're down to the very last. That is a haul and a DZ at this point in time. And Alpha Gaming
Orang pergi kat official page dia, cakap dia, buat live niat sikit. Jut kau pergi Jut.
Help them a little bit.
Jut Amin kau pergi.
It has actually taken another shift or not? No, it is not. It has not taken another shift. It's still the water. It is still that 70 almost percent of the water area. The airdrop is in the water too. Zeol,
nantilah aku bagi tahu coach dia.
Do not take your car there. Do not take your car there, buddy, because if you do, you may not be able to like get into the safe side after that. Alliance is here. One elimination for the team Alliance at this point in time. They are on the hashtag number 12. Really, a lot of work needs to be done, but Burmese goals in the kill feed. Ladies and gentlemen, the team that secured almost 13, 14 points.
Kalau hadiah
champion the previous map has been
1,000,
eliminated with just 4 elimination numbers. Not even a single placement point will be rewarded to them. Thunder Talk out of the game too, and GG is the one responsible for that.
Tak buat apa-apa, tak scream.
Kita santai je. Things happening. We're done the 13-minute mark of this Erangel and counting. There are 3 different teams in this minimap right now, and it looks like Good Game is not going to be trying to get any sort of cover whatsoever. They're just going in raw, like just
pendapat
out in the open.
Rotasi AI harus diperbaiki.
But then
tulis macam tu.
also out in the open. They have
dulu selalu buat kan karangan bahasa Melayu.
some tree,
Ke bahasa Melayu awak
kind of
fail.
like giving a little bit less of vision on their part. But right now, looks like Doc is trying to see if they can get an angle up against inner circles, towards the forest area. And it's just kind of strange that he haven't gotten spotted just yet. Maybe no one's been scouting the area through their scopes just yet. But yeah, Burmese goes doing really well with 7 eliminations already. But so unfortunately, O2's already back in the lobby, so they definitely have to work with only 3 players from now on. But Team Secret is nearby. And they did have a chicken dinner, a surprise chicken dinner, in fact, yesterday.
Udah
So I'm
user.
really like hoping to see
Salam
some
kenal
plot
bang
twists
dari
happening.
Sambas
And it looks like that
Indonesia,
circle is going to be
perbatasan
closing
putih
in. There's a
Oh
considerable amount of
no.
water in that circle, but unfortunately, the next circle is just going to be maybe 10-20% water. But it's a lot of open fields. I don't see a lot of buildings as well. So like, let's just see what the teams are
Oh,
going to be
dekat.
doing about this very
Berapa
quite
jam tu kalau
small
pergi
circle.
Kuching?
There's a considerable amount of teams that have to go ahead and
Ismail,
rotate
berapa
into
jam
the
kalau ke
borderline
Kuching?
of the play zone. There's a lot
Jut
of
Gaming, terima
potential
kasih.
gatekeeping that could happen.
Alpha
So
7
like,
atau
let's just
Alliance
watch
mana
out over
lagi
here because it
hebat?
looks like the DK
Kalau
might be
ikut
going up
daripada
against inner circle.
orang kata apa?
They definitely are going against inner circle, and you can see inner circle T24 OP being taken down.
Untuk
to
PMTG
Knock, the
kali ni,
finisher. Knock
Alliance
is
lah.
also down as well, leaving everything down to Falak. Falak, the one and only hope for the team I see at this point in
Akan
time.
lebih lagi pada Alpha
Everything
7.
residing on this guy's shoulder.
Kalau
He's
jadi
not going to waste
Alpha,
any moment. He's just
real
going to leave
Alpha.
this premises. APG is still outside the
4
circle.
jam
You can
pakai
see on the
kereta.
map there
Ada
is
jalan
the
dia.
top into the city. But where IC has actually
Ah,
moved
boleh
out,
diikuti.
there is also another
Pakai
player
border
into
kan.
the vicinity. There is another team that can potentially see
Kecil
him
nonton
and
TV3
maybe
ke
take him
RTM
out too.
NT7 jadi tahulah bahasa
He's
Melayu
in
sana.
the front lines. Burmese Goals, they have the
Kalau
opportunity to take them down.
Kalimantan
But
bahasa dia
Sakura,
macam mana ya?
by the hand of Burmese
Bahasa
Goals, they're gonna be taken down. There is Tourniquet trying to retaliate and
Riau,
taking
ah?
down one
Riau bahasa
of the
Melayu, ah?
Burmese. Unknown is on his knees. It's a retaliation
Kalimantan.
coming around, back and forth. Trade-offs coming up. I see.
ke,
Can
Ismail?
you
Kau bahasa Melayu ke
utilize
bahasa
this
apa?
moment? Can you actually capitalize this
Bahasa
situation
Johor.
in
Apa
your
tiba-tiba
own
bahasa
favor?
Johor?
Rush upon the team and secure the last
Melayu,
2 elimination
Kalimantan, bang.
numbers
Oh,
for
Melayu.
yourself, for the 3s.
Melayu.
Secure that winner chicken dinner after that, maybe, or at least the top 5. But D plus Kia, they're gonna lose their players as Ozal is down by the hand of APG's Doc. Beautiful shots, man. Beautiful shots. Not only he managed to took all the aggro from the team members on himself, but left W top from the city side into the safe side area too, into the safe side angle. But now Nayuzi is
Beli
close
Tony
line to
K,
the team
Mos.
IC's
Buat apa
location.
beli
But
Tony
sprays
K,
can
baik aku beli
definitely
kau
occur
je.
as Nayuzi's car is about to burst down. You can already see it's smoking hot right now. The black smoke's coming out. You have to leave this hovercraft. You have to make this a covercraft. But IC, are you going to move anytime soon or not? This is also another question. Alliance, the solo guy, he managed to take down another one of the solo players off. I think it was the Secret. Whether it was Secret or Skyforce, it has been done. But DK has finally been eliminated too. It's a back and forth going around. We had 10 teams. Now we're down to the top 7.
Alhamdulillah tu
Absolutely.
Kiran ke?
The top 7 at our
Kau you
17-minute mark. We still have 19 players left. We have Alliance as a solo player, also inner circle. So practically maybe 5 vying teams and maybe
Dah lama
2
pula
trying
bang,
for
biar
those
senang
placing points. But
nonton.
right now we're
Kadang-kadang
seeing good
PUBG
game.
Indonesia tak ada
Still
siaran
full-man
event
squad.
kecil macam
Full
macam ni.
4-man squad, and looks like
Bukan-
they're getting
bukan
ghost sprays on
Indonesia
DRX
je.
and Big Mama
Malaysia
almost
punya
fell
PUBG
right there.
pun
And
malas
it's
bang.
actually
Dorang ni
Fisher Falak
tak tahulah makan gaji buta dekat office saya.
point to themselves. That's 2 eliminations.
Lagi-lagi
for
yang
DK.
Malaysia bang.
Maybe their third. Find the last person from
Memang
IC.
menung
Falak
je.
is
Makan gaji buta.
very close to getting spotted. There's half health, probably trying to heal and get spotted
Itulah
from
bang.
another
Apa
angle
sebab
by
tak siar?
GG themselves.
Sebab
That's IC.
malas
Goodbye,
dorang bang,
chances of
malas.
Teams. Still 17 players left remaining.
PUBG
GG
Vietnam
still
paling
has
bagus.
a lot
Ya,
of,
saya rasa
a
dana
long way
untuk
to
PUBG
go
Mobile
to catching up
SEA
on
ni
those
Vietnam
elimination
antara dapat
points
paling
in this
sikit lah. Tapi
Orango
dorang
map,
paling
but
rajin.
it's no problem. We're still 17 players left remaining. There's still a lot of things that could still happen. We might be seeing maybe a 25-minute game in this Orango, and they have a good chance on getting
Vietnam,
this
PMNC,
and we
kan?
even have
PMNC
Elite
walaupun,
full men squad as well,
apa
and
PMNC doang
still full
diorang punya
health as
final
well,
mesti
so
offline.
maybe they're quite
Sampai
far away
Malaysia dengan
from any
Indonesia
sort of
final
danger
PMNC
whatsoever. So
online.
they definitely have to go
Mana
ahead
semua
and
pergi
rotate
duit tu?
into
Karena
you know
sakau.
the hot zone where everyone is trying to shoot at everyone as well. So
Lepas tu bila tanya kenapa tak
right
buat
now
offline? Tak ada
it's a little
bajet.
bit of a
Tak ada
quiet
bajet ke?
time, but
Dah
everyone's
masuk
just trying
poket.
to take position, and that stage 5 circle is definitely going to be closing in a couple of minutes. There are some teams that need to go into the circle, and that's a potential gatekeep from the players that have already positioned
Itu
themselves
je lah alasan dia
inside
tak ada
of this
bajet,
of
tak
the
ada
play
bajet.
zone. So
Manjang
the
tak ada
game,
bajet.
I mean, they have the car. They're quite
Tak ada
admirably
bajet
able to
guys. Tahu-tahu dah
up
beli
there at the
rumah.
road, but it's a good thing there's not much players
Siapa
nearby,
tu?
and they haven't gotten spotted yet. But speaking of spotted, Alpha Gaming finds the last player of Alliance. Let's see if Howland is gonna get spotted here. I'm gonna get some shots in. That's a lot of damage taken, and the question is
He's
now
alive.
who got that kill? Wait,
Bahaya
what
mau siapa yang bahaya?
was that?
He's
What
alive.
happened? This guy has an
Banyak je saya tahu sisi
immortality
kegelapan
charm or
e-sport ni.
something. This guy is holding on
Tapi
to
kita
the last
lelek
stage.
je.
What? I'm so confused, Torix. I guess it's not the
Gelap
end for
saya
Holland
macam
yet.
korang tahu lah.
I mean,
Saya
he
ada buka
survived with
BC
that
Open.
silver line of
BC
HP with
PM.
just a hair strand of
nak
HP,
buat
and
macam
he
mana,
managed
guys?
to make it up to the 75
Demi
once
kelangsungan
again.
hidup.
But this time,
Terpaksa
Alliance
je.
are not going to be
BC
lucky
PM.
anymore, as finally
At least saya
Irina
usaha
is the one
dengan
responsible
kerja
for
saya
those
betul lah
sprays, is
guys
going
kan.
to take you down. Irina, this is a decent number of elimination that they have secured for
Untuk malam
themselves,
ni ada
but
lagi
Burmese
3 slot
Wolves
guys ya.
also with 9 elimination.
BCPM.
9 elimination number is a huge one. Double digit close line to that is always a huge number, but this is the second one knocked down. Godspeed is the one and only one remaining for the team.
Wajarlah, saya pun dah anak 4. Saya pun anak dah 2
another
bang.
team into the area
Nak
that
takak
can potentially
dengan
take you
anak
down as well. So
Bos dapat gaji pada siapa? Daripada Tuhan guys.
Burmese Gold is like, yeah, we're not gonna like make any kind of sounds, but finally I think the player has
Semua
been
rezeki
spotted.
tu
The jump
semua
shot
datang
is
pada
gonna
dia.
connect, and Godspeed will be taken down on the hashtag number 5. Burmese Gold is also out of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to the top 4
Bukan.
now.
Yang bagi Kelly rezeki siapa? Bukan Tuhan ke Tuhan?
Stay together,
Dia
stick
penyampai.
together. DRX is the one
Dia sebagai
responsible for those
penyampai je.
knockouts, connecting upon the players. The top 4 is on our top screen. You
Semua
can
rezeki
see
kita
that
semua
how
pada
well
Tuhan.
it's going up. But Joker versus GG. E-Arena versus GG.
Kau tengok Panjung
It's
punya video tak?
happening.
Baru.
Finally, GG
Dia ada
is receiving some
tanya pasal
retaliation,
apa tu?
some elimination,
Dia
as one
cakap
player
pasal
is
siapa
knocked
tu?
and finished off.
XM.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We have Pmtg D2 doing really well with 6 eliminations so far. And
MGC Group Green dan
a little
Group
bit
Red tak
nervous for
diadu
these
ke
guys. They
bang?
already lost one player. EA is still full squad. DRX
Monista, aku rasa kau dah boleh apply dah jadi ni, jadi Tencent.
half of their lineup.
Kau punya idea ni bagus kan sebenarnya.
There's still a chance that they can go ahead and win this map, but still it's compared to the other teams, it's definitely just a little bit less chance. But Alpha Gaming, Doc is slowly but surely losing a lot of health, and they're running out of time.
Antara
And
SEA
yep,
Vietnam
it
paling
looks like
bagus lah.
Doc has been finished off completely. We're down
Bajet
to
kecil
2 last
dapat.
players,
Tetap
and
buat
Alpha
offline
Gaming,
juga
that goes the same
PMNC.
with DRX. So right now it's just E-Arena with 4 players and GG with 3 players going up against
Malaysia
each
dah
other.
mana pergi
And
duit
looks
tu?
like Rifas is quite far from wherever
beli rumah
the
kan?
player from Alpha Gaming is, and right now we can see what GG is up to. They're kind of taking the area to the north of this circle. Like half of their teams outside of the play zone, half of them is positioned themselves within.
Bukan dah 16 ke? Tak apa, nanti aku buat room baru yang boleh cukup 32 tim. Boleh lah group green dengan group red tu gaduh.
Kind of has an idea. There's probably someone in there. They're just trying to get those cars in.
Dah korang nak macam tu nanti aku bayar. Korang kena undi aku jadi Tencent. Kita hapuskan semua sisi gelap
E-Arena
e-sport ni.
popping off with 11 eliminations. I was kind of worried, guys. I mean, they were kind of like fading into the background
Bayangkan guys
towards that in day number 1, and finally
e-sport
they're getting a really
tanpa
good
orang
Rumble map
e-sport
right now with
tanpa
11
sisi gelap
eliminations
e-sport.
and maybe at least maybe 4 placement points from
Kita
this
hapuskan
map.
semua kegelapan dalam e-sport.
It's a good thing for E-Arena.
Hapuskan pam
Hopefully,
Mita hilang.
they definitely do need this chicken dinner
Yang
later
mana?
on, and the rest
Salah
of
korang
the elimination points that they can get today. But of
Apa?
course, GG still in the
Apa?
running. That goes to same with
GG.
DRX and APG, of course. And in
Demi
a minute,
keadilan,
that stage
yes.
6 circle is gonna turn into a stage 7 circle. So if they're
Kesian
gonna
guys
play it
masa depan
safe,
e-sport ni.
they're not gonna be able to do that for
Sebenarnya
any
boleh lebih
longer,
maju lagi.
and there's so little space to hide
Yang tak
out
buat
in this
maju adalah
final play zone. I mean,
orang-orang yang
there's
tidak
just that
bertanggungjawab,
shed that
guys.
I can see right now, maybe a couple of trees, but
Dalam
not much places to
melaksanakan,
hide about. So
orang kata apa,
cars are going to be crucial
keadilan,
here. Cars and covers and maybe
kesaksamaan,
smokes as well. So this is going to be the
ke
last
apa
leg
lagi?
of our game, and it
Ke
looks like we might be seeing some cars and some
keadilan,
shots being
kesamaan,
exchanged over here.
kejujuran,
So let's just keep
amanah.
watching for these last four
Itu
teams.
semua tu yang
Oh yeah. It
ah.
is these last 4 teams, ladies and gentlemen. The
Turun
2
Anwar.
versus 2
Dia
versus
bukan macam tu.
3
Dia bukan Perdana
versus
Menteri.
4. That is the
Ni
fight that's
kita dia
going
pasal e-sport.
around, and we have to see what this fight is going to bring up upon the team. Sakura is over here, level 3
Turun,
vest, level 3 helmet,
turun.
and level 3 back on top
Turun,
of
Mas
that.
Goku.
He is ready for that engagement, and those sprays to be actually like
Siapa
connected
next
upon the
sponsor
players.
Alliance?
Arena
Tak ada, guys.
has the best opportunity
Orang kalau
right
ada
now. In fact,
contoh
it's a he.
member yang
My bad on
berminat
that.
nak sponsor ke apa ke.
So Irina
Tapi
with
kau
the
jangan
full-man
cakap
squad,
member
the
kau
4-man,
jual
they are
apa ni
ready.
pula,
They
apa,
have the best
chocolate
opportunity
moist,
right now to
nak
take that
sponsor
winner
letak
chicken
nama
dinner, and that's
chocolate
exactly
moist
what
kat
they're
baju,
going to do,
bukan
as
macam tu juga
GG
tu.
is finally receiving a grenade
Ah.
of damage. The second one
Tapi
is
kalau
also going to
yang
get
tahu
knocked out
business
by
konsep
the
tahu
Sui's
lah.
hand. NGX, the solo guy, remaining
Dia jangan
grenade,
tiba-tiba
and
kau
the
PM aku,
splash
maksudnya
damage
kawan
is
saya ni pun
happening.
ada
The
jaket
player
batik,
is
bos.
really
Nak
panicked at this
sponsor.
point in time, healing himself to the 75. The Molotov is going to make its
sehari
way,
bagi 3
and it's going to take him down with the
Bajet
spray.
sponsor 2K
Irina
cukup, 2K cukup
beautifully
ke?
securing those eliminations for their
Tahu
side.
lah guys saya nak cakap
Now,
berapa.
we're down to the
Tapi
top 3.
pandai-pandai
It is a
fikir
2
lah
versus
guys
2
kan.
versus 4. In
Overhead,
fact, right now,
rumah,
if both of those duos
wifi,
starts to like hold down
gaji
their
player,
fort,
gaji manager.
come on, you can
paling
potentially
penting
take
gaji
down
haji
this
lah. Gaji haji
four-man
paling mahal.
squad of the E Arena if
Gaji
you're
haji
really,
11,000.
really careful of your surrounding. Big Papa, QXZZZ, be very careful on what you're going to do. First
Gaji
of all,
Fuji,
do not take the fight against Team
10,000.
APG, because if you have started the
Gaji
fight against
Man,
Team APG,
10,000
then there's
setengah.
always going to be the third party, that is the Arena,
Gaji
that will push
player,
on you. W Top versus Joker. Joker
gaji
is
player
down
sikit,
on
guys.
his knees.
Setengah.
There's also in the front line,
Kedua.
Sakura coming up with that M416 spray, taking down the
Ada
player.
yang
Turny K has been
tak
taken
nak ambil
down at
gaji.
the same time. Refuzz
Sebab apa?
is low on that HP.
Sebab
He
dorang
needs to heal himself as
idolakan
soon as
dia
possible.
punya
The player
PM,
changes the car on the seat and
So tak
takes
ambil
down
gaji.
last of the Team APG's player. It's a 2 versus 2 for now, potentially, but for how long? As
Basic
in a
1007 boleh jadi
single
sponsor
instant,
ke
as soon as
boleh.
they're
Sponsor
done with the
badminton
fight,
kita orang je
they're
lah setiap malam.
gone for that rescue.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Irina manages to revive one of his
Kalau ada
players,
brand-brand
so it's
sport
gonna
tu
be
guys,
3 versus 2
yang
at
nak
this rate.
sponsor
Oh,
roja-roja
Joker
lah.
gets finished off, so that
Jangan
is a
sport bra je.
solidified 3 versus 2. No possible full squad for Irina anymore. But Big Papa, QSZ
Kiranya
is
daripada
still
tadi yang
up
kita
in
keluar pergi
the
makan tu man,
hills,
dorang dua dengan mic
still
double man.
crawling towards
Aku
all
tak off
that
mic
grass, all that
camera tadi.
greenery, and Irina, they have the advantage for the cars. In fact, all
Mic
3 of
camera.
them have that
Mic
chance
camera ni
to
kalau
kind
kau
of
bawa
hide
add,
behind
dia
their
ada on
vehicles.
sekali.
Some grenades coming in, but
Kiranya
there's
tadi
only
kita
3 left
sepanjang
for
keluar
Big
tu,
Papa, so they
tengah jam tu
definitely
dorang
have
dengar
to think
bunyi angin ni
very
apa semua.
carefully as to when they're gonna be
Adidas X
utilizing
Alliance.
the
Adidas
resources that
mana
they
nak
have to
guys.
worry about. TRX has to worry about 3
Jangan
different
cakap
people on
Adidas
the
lah guys.
arena. So
Joma
this
pun
is a
belum
good
tentu nak
place to
sponsor
hide
gitu
out.
orang.
There's a bush and there's a
Jangan
tree
Joma,
as well.
Kronos guys.
And Arena are
Kronos
all
pun
3
belum
of them are
tentu nak
kind of in the
sponsor.
same vicinity, in the same face of this hill, so it's quite easy to hide out. And we have
Apa Kronos?
QXCZ right behind a Big Papa, covering their 6 o'clock. So you know what? It's just gonna be a matter of time before that stage 8 circle is gonna be forcing them inside.
streaming
It's not
paling
gonna
the
be
best.
too easy
Terima kasih,
anymore, and maybe soccer can go ahead and try to go for the western side. But Uzi is also there. I wonder if Uzi is gonna be cooking something up, and Big Papa definitely has to watch their backs. So okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay, still trying to go ahead and bombard DRX with their grenades. Just switching perspectives here and there. It's still a standoff between the 3 versus 2.
Teknologi
There's
baru.
no progress whatsoever. I'm not even seeing any sort of damage numbers popping up. It's just surrounding. Okay, I just spoke too soon. QXZZZ Falls gets knocked down. I think we're gonna be seeing the end of this game really, really soon. It's just gonna be E3 versus 1. There is no chance whatsoever this could end well for DRX Big Papa. And with that last elimination, it will be E Arena who will be getting this winner chicken dinner
Pasal banyak
that they
layan
definitely need
competition
to
saya
kind
baca
of
je
catch
duk
up
semua.
in terms of points on the leaderboards.
Kalau tak baca komen lagi ya,
Congratulations
saya nak
once
baca apa
again.
duk. Takkan saya nak
Comeback
buat
is
kacik seorang.
real. Comeback
Yes,
is
korang tak
real.
nak like ke guys sama ni? 200k like, giveaway, jam Rolex warna pink.
That they're gonna have, they may be able to just secure that.
Saya bagi korang
first
dengar
chart
dulu
spot for right
jam
now,
Rolex ni
maybe
punya
top 6, maybe top 5.
keenakan bunyi
If
dia.
they're really lucky. But I want to see how many points do they have? How many points have they secured for themselves from this point onward? This is just the match number 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the start of a wrangle. And Irina has secured it for themselves. There's going to be one more wrangle. Then we have 2 Miramas back-to-back going on too. So it's not even a half day done. It's not even a half day.
Mana nak jumpa guys? Giveaway jam Rolex
the first
dekat live
initial
korang.
fight happening. GG's
Tak ada. Dekat live ni je.
The third win of a chicken dinner after the 2 yesterday. First one was their chicken dinner. The second one right now is of Arenas. Stat-wise, I kind of want to see those elimination numbers individually, individual stats, how many points they secured, how many eliminations they got for themselves. But yes, throughout this whole game, ASI did good too in this match. IC has done good too. IC was surviving too in a decent spots too. But aside from all this, it all comes down to the fact that how well you can
sejak bila Rolex ada lagu 2025 edition akhir tahun,
make sure that you are consistent with all of the matches that you are playing. Not even
gila custom Wibu edition
from this point onward. We're
siap ada bunyi lagi kau tahu ni
and
kau nampak tak?
The second half phase is gonna start, and
kau nampak tak mana nak jumpa Rolex dia ni?
And the whole momentum that the team had of that like easy taken or aggressiveness, I believe so that's gonna change.
Absolutely. And guys, say hello to my gecko. But yeah,
tapi kalau kau tak nak tak apa lah.
these teams. And of course,
nanti saya akan buka beat lah.
Was hoping for a good game to kind of win that.
Guys, ada yang nak cari basikal road bike guys. Saya nak jual basikal lah guys.
Getting the points that they need, and that's it.
Saya baru pakai berapa kali.
11 plus 4, that's 15 plus 3, that's 18 eliminations.
1
Arena,
1007
plus the chicken dinner placement points, that is 28. Putting the
1008.
Rondo map to absolute shame. What is happening over here, ladies and gentlemen?
Yang satu lagi tu kalau nak beli asing 400. Yang satu lagi 1,500
over here.
Mesti kau rasa mengarut kan harga kan? Aku pun rasa mengarut kat.
This Erangel map, and congratulations once again. They definitely deserve it. They had that survivability.
Custom kat Maiden ke Mos? Beli kat tiar.
Amount of aggression to complement that. But then yeah, E-Arena, you can't just put this kind of energy in just one map. You have to be absolutely consistent.
Ini guys, kalau kau nak tahu, budak E-Arena, diorang pun pakai tau jam Rolex ni. Sebab baju diorang, logo diorang sama.
They were maybe, I don't know, like 20 something points or 30 points on the leaderboards, and we're talking about 70 points for GG. So it's going to be about consistency. If E-Arena wants to climb up the leaderboards, they have to keep it consistent. But otherwise, yes, the match standings is here. E-Arena, as we've said, 28 points, but the big drop to DRX and BG with 12 points each, APG with 11, GG with 8, ALL, ICTS, and FL, and ASI 8, in fact, all have 4 elimination, or rather total points, and so on and so forth. And this is the match summary, of course. 69 total eliminations, 3 grenades and 3 air loot drops, 6,683 healing duns, and 375 meters longest eliminations. And well, the important thing is I kind of want to see what the overall leaderboards are going to be looking like. And this is it. Good Game is still up the top. That is because of their absolute consistency, despite the fact that they don't get the chicken dinner and they only have a single digit total points for this map. They still have 83 points, which is a considerable amount of gap between them and number 2 with ASI at 69.
Oh, that is true. 83 to 69. That is a very, very, very big gap into the overall point structure. But my main eyes are on the E-Arena. They were on the hashtag number 15, Annie. 15. Meaning they just got like, they swooped in 11 spots into the point structure. They came from 15 all the way up to the number 4 with 48 points right now to their name. Flash is okay somewhere close to them, 13 points of a difference. One match is going to be enough for this point to be like overtaken.
Kalau
too.
aja.
The arena is really
Boleh.
consistent in their matches. DRX is there with a 47, 43 for Alter Ego, Burmese Gold, Alpha Gaming, Inner Circle. All these teams that were doing their absolute best, they were not able to like hold the arena from coming out above them, from coming on top
Oh, Kak John dah jawab
to the leaderboard
Ya, jom.
with just a single win over chicken dinner. They
Oi.
really pulled the whole overall ranking at this point in time, and it makes me wonder the potential that all of the players have in
Main GTA.
themselves. It just needs to be refined.
Main GTA.
And you just need that one big opportunity, just one
Ah.
opportunity to open the whole of
Main
the
GTA, main
arena
GTA.
for you. It's gonna be one after another one. Doors will open, you're gonna get more
Main ML lah.
and, more consistency
Aduh.
will grow up too.
Azal.
Yes, match
Berat tu main ML tu.
Kau tak nak main lah?
is up. The
Boleh juga.
Jin. Wak Jun tak nak main dulu dia kata.
Number 2 is the next coming up.
Yalah, jangan kau.
And that Erangel match is going to define so many things.
Kau nak main tak?
Because with this Erangel
Apa?
match, the whole pace of
Nak main
the
tak?
game is going to be changed.
Boleh je, jom.
Jom.
The second Erangel is going to change pace even further. But ladies and gentlemen, before we actually head over to the match number 3, we are going to head over to a very short break. Do not go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Oi, Mak. Oi, Mak. Apa main GTA? Kang. Apa kau main GTA? Baik, Mak. Awak mana satu? Awak KL ke Melaka ke Johor? Rio je. Harap akan dapat terus saya. Betul. Terima kasih Mos buat live sama-sama duk kawan-kawan Masa nak pergi lah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again after the short break and the highlights. 2 matches done, 3 more to go, and 1 more to wrangle is still remaining before we head over to our barren terrains, the Miramas, throughout the games. But yes, once again on the caster desk, it is me, Torix, and with me it's going to be Annie. Annie, welcome back, and throughout... It's so amazing. The teams have played so good so far. There are some consistency going around. IC and a lot of other teams do need to do some work for themselves if they want to secure some decent placement into the overall ranking too. If they want the big chunk, because this is the final stage. This is the final stage. This is the week 3. You're gonna get $1,500 prize pool distribution out of this and not anywhere else. Tomorrow is gonna be the final day. So whatever you're doing to secure more and more points, the aggression that you're trying to imply upon the teams, you do it today. You do it right now. And
Terharu
today
sangat.
is going to be the
Apa
most
terharu?
important day for the teams to secure
Prime
the
Pali,
points.
gila
Tomorrow is
nama,
gonna be the
Prime
most
Pali.
important day for the teams to maintain
Gila.
their points.
Absolutely, and I think we covered that a while ago. Day number 2 should
Prime
be
Pali,
where
main
these
gila.
two should kind of be a little bit more serious. No more testing the
Gila
waters.
duk, prime
They
kau
did that
Pali.
in day number 1 in the first couple of maps, and tomorrow day number 3 will be the judgment day, and by then there's gonna be a considerable amount of gap between each team. So by day number 1, I mean the gap was like 1 or 2, maybe 5, at most 10 points away from each other. Right now, we're starting to see a difference. There were like 15 points differences between each rank already. Maybe even gonna be 20 by the end of the day. And tomorrow it's gonna be the judgment day. It'll be a little bit hard to correct your mistakes tomorrow, so they have
Yes.
to do as much work as they can today. So we're seeing just a while ago we saw a good game. Even though they didn't get that chicken dinner, they still got 8 points, which is like a considerable amount of points to kind of keep themselves up, keep that gap in between them and the number 2, which is ASI 8. But then of course we saw just how changeable the map is.
Merah
Just
bibi
one
kamu.
game and you saw
Oh.
Arena boost up several, more than 10 ranks
Wait,
in
kenapa?
fact up the leaderboards.
Oh,
just
MU.
from getting, I believe 28 if I remember correctly.
Kenapa
28
dua?
whole total points from that rank
Boleh.
alone, which is absolutely insane. You can imagine that happening to any other team. Like for example, like rank number maybe 12, 13, 14, they're all in like the 20s. So if they get like more than 20 points, they're gonna overtake
Dia-
maybe
dia kalau
top
boleh
5, top 6 or so.
ikut
So
lidah.
that leaderboard is very
Lubang.
volatile. As long as there's just one good game from any of these teams, they can change their fate forever. And that's how volatile that leaderboard is gonna be. And so with that, of course, we will be going on to our final Wrangle map for today. It's gonna be our map number 3 out of 5. That flight path is gonna be
Tengok kat live
starting
tu.
in Lipovka. It's gonna be ending towards the waters west of Sosnovka military base. So that just means perhaps promotion
Tengok
ferries
dia,
are
Bab.
still accessible. Even the quarry might be accessible as well. And military
Ingat pilih je lah
might
video
be
kat
the
sini.
choice of
Ha,
drop-off
ingat on je.
points for the teams that usually their main drop-off points will be somewhere towards the north. But right now the north is quite inaccessible. So maybe the military base might have maybe 2 or 3 teams perhaps. But Chinky is still nearby. There's a possibility that maybe they'll drop off towards the northern part of the flight path and then maybe just rely a little bit on the parachutes, maybe find a car sooner or later. And yeah, with that, I mean, Milta is also accessible. There's
Aku
quarries
fans
over
semua,
here,
so terima kasih,
like I
Dok.
said, the military base as well. And of course, a Milta mansion, perhaps, maybe school. There's definitely some buying for school as well. Just get a little bit of a car, and then you're good to go. But then, yeah, it looks like everyone's settling in. The question is now, will we be seeing replacements? Just
Dia pun dengar tu
as
nampak
we
awak
saw
dia
in the first few maps, and of course, the answer will be yes. It's gonna be for esports once again finding themselves on the kill feed so early on. Let's see how these teams are faring in 1 minute into the game.
Oh my god, already
That
those
circle.
eliminations are coming up. Circle on top of that, the very top circle, it's a 40-50% in the water. The rest of the 60% area is on the land, but yes, Napoleon has one place where the first fight is happening. Goku is over here with that one elimination. There's also the team of Flash in the vicinity. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio elimination number that has happened so far. There can be more. There can and will definitely be more eliminations throughout this whole situation, throughout this whole fight. But the main concerning point is, and the relieving point is, and that is that both teams has actually managed to secure 1-1 elimination. But on the other side, there's also Team Secret, Juke taking down some players with the shotguns. It's 696. Hora Esports is going to lose another one of their players. That is Sleepy Hora. The flashbang is here. Jiggle Hora cannot see one thing, cannot see one pixel on his screen, and instantly, within a moment of an eye, blink of an eye, he had to blink to restore his vision, and that blink cost him his life right there and then. Team Skyforce has also been eliminated from the match on the hashtag number 15. They go out 25 total points on the other angle. Another angle, that is the Primox area. We have E-Arena, we have Weibo Gaming. These two contenders head-to-head going against each other, whereas E-Arena, they had the first blood, they had the first engagement, even the second engagement in this area, but also Sakura is right now down, so a lot of work is needed to be done. The player needs to somehow get that revive as soon as possible, but oh, wait a minute, Turney K is down. Things have changed slightly as Team Weibo Gaming. Now, they are kind of further away from both of their angles, but at the same time, the same as the situation for the other
Tadi saya live kat negara apa tak bunyi macam Jawa Kemboja dah.
Let's see, shotgun in hand, 1897 versus S12K. Which one is firstly going to
Kau je laku Zusin.
1897 has a better range, a better spread onto the players, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The more stability is going to actually prevail, and Weibo Gaming out of the game without even a single casualty. But Joker, I have to give it to this guy, a 1v3, beautifully done.
Oh my gosh. Public service announcement to the teams. This is not Rondo anymore. Calm down. But I was really worried about Weibo Gaming. These guys were maybe top 4, top 5, maybe even top 3. And all of a sudden they dropped off to the double digits in the ranks. And they've been falling off so early on in these past few games. Maybe it's the fact that they come in on the lobby with only 3 players or so. I don't know what happened, but day number 1, they were quite making a name for themselves. So not quite sure what happened there, but they definitely need to step up if they want to catch up to the likes of GG, which are already sitting at rank number 1 with 83 points. Might be kind of perhaps a slight domination on that leaderboards, but definitely there's still a lot of things that could go wrong. I mean, we're still talking about 8. This is 8 more chances of maps. I mean, it's gonna be 7 after this map, and not a lot of chances to go if they want to mistakes, and they definitely need as much points as possible. Right now, of course, E-Arena already having a really good start to this game. The fact that they have a beast mode number of points, 28 in fact in that previous map Erangel, and right now we're seeing a repeat, another Erangel map. So there's a huge chance that we might be seeing E-Arena climbing up from that number 4, perhaps maybe number 3, number 2, maybe tomorrow it's gonna be a number 1, even maybe at map number 5 later on it might be a number 1. But of course, that's considering the fact that E-Arena will be bringing the same consistent energy from that map number 2 all the way to this Erangel map, all the way to the 2 Mirror Marsh later on, and perhaps maybe tomorrow keep that consistency even if they're not doing anything too flashy. So with that, I'm really kind of watching out for E-Arena right now. They're doing really well, but I'm still hoping for a good game to kind of keep that consistency. I mean, they didn't completely fall off in the previous map, but they definitely need to watch out for E-Arena.
Babi ramai pula sial.
The way up, and well, Team Flash needs to watch their back. That is a 13 point difference between them.
Tinggal berapa PMGC mulai? Tanggal berapa? Ujung bulan.
13 points difference
26
between them at this point in time, but it's only going to increase further and further, maybe, or maybe it's going to decrease. You never know. Maybe Flash is going to start aggressing upon the teams, but so far the only one that I'm seeing aggressing is the Burmese goals into the kill feed. As they are taking the players down of the team at D Xavier's, in fact, at this point in time. D Xavier is definitely going to retaliate as Godspeed gets down and finished up instantly. The guy that was aggressing upon the team member. He has finally been put down. He is down. 15 teams remaining. Man, come on. We're waiting for the fights to actually begin. We are waiting for the fights to like actually cement themselves into a compact zone, compact area. I think what it is happening is the fact that the teams are so focused on getting inside of that circle first and foremost, because the circle went towards the northern angle, that they're not engaging too much into the fight. But the one that are engaging, they are engaging it completely out into the very open side areas at Alliance. Look at that, in the open, trying to shoot down the Tiamba, the player, the hovercraft gonna get stuck. The sprays are not gonna make that connection, but wait a minute, I see one of Tiamba being knocked out, and that is not good. This is not good looking whatsoever.
Do something,
what is happening? What is going on? Someone needs to go and revive your own team member. Your team member that is under the bridge, on the other side of that bridge right now. Someone needs to go and rescue that player. Backline areas of the Team Alliance. It's going to be IC. IC slowly, steadily approaching the situation. Players unaware of the surrounding, unaware of the danger that they have put themselves into, and 6042 ready with that grenade. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's going to throw one up instantly. There's also going to be another grenade into the vicinity, but only thing that he has managed to do is to damage his own team member. TD4 is going to seize this opportunity, take down the player. That is all hands at this point. Naki's going to be down by the hand of All For One, leaving down to the last 3 versus 3 fight in this area. MYV Guinea's there. 6042 is there. All For One is here. 6042, come on, heal yourself, boost yourself, go forward. And you can see how Tiamba is also losing some of their players too, and they're also retaliating.
What's this guy's name? All My Bikini. Okay, but anyways, yeah, all 6042 and also all for one, all that's up for Alliance. Is very strange deaths that happened over there. But yeah, Inner Circle is gonna be going to the Inner Circle of Alliance. I think 6042 is gonna be in trouble over here. This is a 3 versus 1. It's definitely got. I mean, 6042 absolutely did not stand a chance from that. I mean, the question, that problem that guy had was like, which one do I shoot first? And definitely 4-1 didn't even bother stepping outside of that staircase. That guy was like, yeah, you're on your own, dude. Why are you standing there? But then, yeah, I mean, Inner Circle didn't storm inside the building. If they did, they would have seen 4-1 in the same building as 6042. But yeah, it looks like they were a little bit distracted by Tianbo over there. Throwing that grenade while they're distracted. Let's see if it's gonna be taking any damage, but unfortunately, it's not gonna be working for the favor. 4-1 just gives away their location. Now it's gonna be going for the 1 versus 1 that was at turntables, guys. Just change the pace of that attack. Wow, but that Molotov is gonna be doing God's work at this rate, and Fallock falls. All For One gets the last laugh, but without taking, I see one of the players from Inner Circles down with them. So with that, I mean, Alliance falls, but at least they have 1 elimination after that. But still, Inner Circles, they're in trouble. They're down to 2 players, and Tianpa is still out there. And Team Secret coming in as the 3rd party, and the 4th party will be the Blue Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolute mess. You can see T24 OP is absolutely just blending into the dirt pizza style. This guy does not want to be seen, and this guy is just holding on to this wall, just not moving, because Tianba is a 4-man team, and this guy is all alone. I don't know where the rest of IC Inner Circles is, and there's also GS. Look at the positioning of these guys. Look at the positioning of Team Secret. They're all over the place. They're gonna be surrounding Tianpa after this, but right now Tianpa is gonna be hunting down the last of Inner Circle, and I mean, this guy's just standing over there. It's going to be a little bit harder. The Blue Zone pressuring. That looks like DJ4 OP will be moving inside of the building. Tianpa is preoccupied with Team Secret. Team Secret, they have the grenades out. You guys hiding behind this wall, and they're definitely not caring whatsoever about that stage damage all the chip damage is gonna be it's stage 3 circles.
IC kat gambar-gambar ni kena sorot.
And that damage is gonna be a little bit more pressuring at this rate. But Milo's gonna be falling. Inner circles manages to get that elimination before getting hunted down. I mean, Heinz down to 2 last players. I think one of them is already on the brink of death. And speaking of which, the play zone takes down T2 for OP. I think it's gonna be a total elimination later on. Tuka is gonna be going in for the fire, going into the lion's den with Tianpa taking control over this compound. But oh my gosh, a lot of things happening. Molotov burning into the building. IC falling. Finally, this is just between Tianpa and a Team Secret right now. Tianpa down to one active player, and even then it's Team Secret that will be getting 7 eliminations, wiping out Tianpa on the way. And now Team Secret, I mean, they still have heals, they still have all the time in the world to loot those resources, but it's not over yet. The Xavier, what's happening? Alpha Gaming gets 1 kill. The Xavier, they still have a couple more players to worry about, and that's exactly what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing right now. Alpha Gaming initiating with the fight and everything. The Molotov is definitely going to force the player to come into the close vicinity, but Rifus is going to be taken down. On top of that, there is Doc, loan that HP. Zeol needs to heal himself too. Come on. He's got to do something at this point in time. Zeol is healing himself back to the 75. The first aid kit is finally being used, but Zeol has been taken down. Wait a minute. Doc has been taken down too. Is up to top to do everything for the team. Everything for his team at this point in time. The grenade on the face comes in. He's going to finish up the elimination on the left side. There's also another one down. Come on. Finish him up as well. He's going to bleed out before the bleed. Definitely the spray comes in, but couldn't get that confirmation. It is D plus Kiaz Osal in the back line that got that knockdown onto one of the D Xavier's players. Now Paragen, one of the final player. Come on. It is a 1v1 happening. Either Team Alpha Game is going to have 3 eliminations and 1 player remaining, or DX is going to have 4 eliminations for themselves, as they are going to have all the players eliminated of the Team Alpha Gaming this time around. The grenades, the Molotovs, everything has been utilized by the Alpha Gaming's W Top, and now it's all up to his guns, all up to his arsenal to use to utilize and eliminate the players of W Top. There are different fights. FL Bows taking the fight versus Alter Ego. There are car eliminations coming around. 11 teams are remaining. 11 teams with 20 players are remaining.
Aku dah elak apa ni ulti dia tak nak bagi kat kau jom. Tapi terpergi je.
Remaining. W Top jumping down.
Tahu tadi aku bawa je dia ke kau lagi.
Players, but he doesn't realize that the other team member also has an S12K in the hand too. He's more focused on the fact that okay, he's cooking that grenade. He is cooking that grenade, but Paragen is low. Now finally, with that one shot connected from that grenade with that S12K, in fact, this guy is finally going to push forward, but in the meanwhile, Paragen is going to be finished off by the play circle. You are not going to be able to get that 3rd elimination. You're just going to stick around with the 2, and with this, now Alpha Gaming is also down to the last player. Alpha Gaming, W Top, the one and only hope. Get in the car, get out of here. That's the only thing that you can do, buddy.
Absolutely. The only thing that they can do at this rate, kind of just watch out for TC, which is on the roll right now. But yeah, I guess that's all that they can do at this rate. Kind of just scoping out the area. Ooh, they can see some movement with the cars from Team Secret. Let's see if Fabian can go ahead and take down that car, but I don't think that's gonna be happening soon. Just scouting the area right now. Nothing popping up in the kill feed.
Dia attack aku.
Watching out for any movement. What was that car? But F3 manages to get no, it's actually not F3. Someone from Team Secret manages to get one from DRX. Okay, it looks like F3 is trying to get some shots in. DRX is right at the distance, hiding behind the trees. They definitely got spotted. Their location has been given away, but that smoke, that is a huge question mark, because that guy took the smoke and then drove off in their car. I don't know if this is mind games or something. And over here, People's Kia is going to be going up against Alpha Gaming. There's a grenade coming in. possible 1 versus 1. Top still has their grenade in hand, and Ozol's trying to kind of like sidestep over here. Yes, that's a 1 versus 1. It's Alpha Gaming. They'll be losing that. Ozol, crazy reaction time over there, and that's actually the full wipeout of Alpha Gaming. And with that, I mean, absolutely insane. We can see that the teams that are still up in the running are mostly in the first half, on the first page of that leaderboard. So this is a battle between giants, like more or less. We still have GG left on the table. And Team Flash is still a 3-man team. ASIH, unfortunately, down to their last player, so they're going to be going in for those placement points, which paid off, by the way. It's already 8 teams, so we're definitely in placement territory. EA still a full squad. Possible chicken dinner. Possible bulk maybe 20 or so points from
Lagi
this
mangat-mangat
game.
lebih
So
tu.
it's a good chance for EA to go ahead and catch up. And of course DRX is still in the running, 3 players in. And speaking of DRX, they find the last player of ASI. It's a nice camera work over there, and they can go ahead and loot the place up. They finally wiped out that
Boleh,
team
Jong.
on their side. Now we're down to 7 teams. BG still up in the running. TS last of 4 players. Rather, no player has been eliminated just yet. And of course, we have DK as well still in the running. So with that, it's all about patience. It's all about positioning yourselves within the play zone, and lots of patience, lots of trigger discipline, maybe a lot of scouting with the scopes, because just
Air ni.
checking with
Ah.
that mini map, there's a lot of open spaces,
Kak Jong.
not a lot of buildings. So especially in this area over here, we might be seeing a couple of eliminations happening, especially with Team Secret. Just one down, F3 falls, and it looks like Doko is also falling as well. Hukai and Zerus is still up in the running.
Oh my god, it's a back and forth going
Ni, Dok, jom.
around.
Tolak sini sikit,
Secret losing 2 of their players after those 7 eliminations that they have for themselves. Come on. The jump shot is not going to work out as Zarus is going to be taken down. Juke, the final hope, the one and only person remaining from the side of the Team Secret. It is against the Team of Flash at this point in time. The grenades are coming, but Juke now has the slight of idea. Okay, where the players are. Grenade in the close vicinity of TFS 3. Come on, F3. You have to be revived. You have to get that revive as soon as possible, but grenade on the face, and that is the wrong move, Juke. You went for the revive instead of the fight, and that costed you your life and your team's elimination too. Now with this, Team Flash is on the hashtag number 2, ladies and gentlemen. They have successfully overtook the Team ASI8 from the 71-point structure, 77 points. Now, talking about these goals, 0 elimination, 3 players remaining. Godspeed is the one guy that has been eliminated early on. Fabian location has been revealed. The player is ready with that grenade. He's going to throw it up onto the tree. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Will it connect or it will overshoot? The answer is on the face. It will connect. The player is going to be down right now. DK, CHP in the back lines. You can see him on the mountaintop on the left side. The other guy from the team at DK, D plus Kia, is residing close to the vicinity. That is Osal. Come on, Osal, CHPZ. It's your time. It's your time. Whether you're going to push or you're going to disengage, you have to do it fast, because there is more than just one team. There is more than just the team that took down your elimination. DRX's Nia has been eliminated. Knockdown in right now. The grenades are coming up from the DRX's side. Can you make some connections? FL Win taking down E-Arena's Joker. Wait a second. Hold up a minute. So it's not just only this forefront fight. It's a backline fight too, where Flash is pushing up. Joker has been eliminated. Win is over here. Solo with 10 eliminations. Oh, what is this guy made of? What did this guy had for breakfast at this point in time? Because he is eating everybody.
This guy is winning quite literally. 10 eliminations. The fact that Team Flash has 17 whole eliminations, it's just absolutely insane. But just as I was saying, Team Flash gets shut down completely. Unfortunately, not getting too much placement points. But that aggression paid off. They got 17 whole eliminations plus a couple of basement points from winning maybe the sixth team to go down. So really good job, especially since Team Flash is kind of laying low for a while. They're just been getting maybe less than 10 points, maybe just a little bit more than 10 points each map. They're kind of laying low, going on low profile. But right now, they're definitely shining. I think they're trying a more aggressive approach this time, and it definitely paid off with a flashy 17 whole eliminations. Even FL's win is absolutely insane. I don't know what happened over there. Really props to Team Flash. Although they fell off quite early on, they didn't quite see the final five. Still, it's really impressive. But right now, still a good game is still up in the running. I really thought Team Flash might actually like overtake GG at this rate, but well, I thought we'll get up to 9. That they still have a couple more maps to go. And speaking of which, Burmese schools spots E Arena. There's a chance that well, E Arena is still up in the running with 3 players, so there's still a chance that these guys are gonna be winning that chicken dinner once again. But I mean, they're gonna have to play it really, really safe this at this point because we're not really seeing anything popping up with the kill feed as of this moment, and I think E Arena they definitely need to catch up in terms of elimination points for this map. So just kind of watching out for E Arena over here. It looks like Burmese Goals is going on mostly the offensive, definitely not holding back on that trigger on those bullets, and it looks like 30K is trying to scout out the area as well rather. And your X and DK, they're kind of laying low just a little bit. I don't even know where goodness where the position, but I can see them. They're quite outside of the circle. I don't know what they're up to though. I think they're in their cars just trying to get into position. So with that, I mean we're stage 6 in the circle. It's losing and really soon that blue zone eating up players. So with that, there's a chance that well, E Arena they're gonna have to reposition. There's a chance that there might be a slight gatekeeping, maybe not, maybe yes, but there's a couple of trees, there's a couple of buildings where they can hide out in. So it's all gonna be tactical. And now go ahead and try to take some areas into their control. But it looks like the game will be starting on with a bunch of sprays. They're going to be giving out their location, but on the other hand, they're trying to take down one of these players, Nate Uzi, in fact, of E Arena. Let's see if that's going to be working out in favor of Good Game.
Ooh, E Arena is here. Team Good Game is here. The team that is constantly coming up on the leaderboard is finally up against a team that is at the very top of the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. It is 83 points versus 54 points coming around. Who is going to win this fight is a bigger question at this point, because whosoever does that, either it's going to be GG, because if they do, they will have decent more points against the team FL at this point in time, because they need more points against the team FL now if they want to maintain their #1 spot whatsoever. But at the same time, E Arena is here with the 6th elimination. They have their momentum set already. E Arena 30K is being taken down. Neozi and Sakura are the only 2 players remaining from this point onward. Soon on the other side, we are seeing the sprays coming around. DRX is there as well, but GG is also down to the last 2 players. Come on, careful. E Arena, go for the revive as soon as possible. Leave this premises. 2 seconds, 1 second. The circle is about to close. You are completely out into the open. The sprays can definitely hurt you and affect you, your momentum, your position. But the circle shift, it's going to be onto the south side this time. And South Circle, it's definitely going to hurt the players, but I want to see what E Arena is going to be capable of. The moment I call out their name, Neuzi gets taken down by the hand of Burmese Gold. Burmese Gold are doing an absolute terror for these players at this point in time. They are being the aggressors. They are making sure that every team is facing the consequences of staying outside of the play zone, outside of the blue zone or the safe zone area. The only teams right now I would say they are in the safe is D plus Kia and the DRX, because why? They have the compound and they are not moving even an inch to take any kind of fight. They're letting the other teams take the fight, take the opportunity, take the aggressions, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna chill until the very end where we are really needed to take that fight.
Absolutely, and they definitely need to take those fights. Look at this DRS with 1 elimination, and a while ago I saw GG actually had 0 eliminations, so they're already banking on those rather placement points. But yeah, it looks like we're seeing some progress on the kill feed. Yes, BG does get a one elimination on their side. DK down to two players rather, and GG down to one active player, one needing the revive. I don't know if they can go ahead and give that revive, but support is gonna be taken down, and I think this will be the end of GG. Unfortunately, they'll be going down as the fifth player, slowly but surely. Just losing that momentum on this tournament, but it's not over yet. Arena, speaking of momentum, I mean, I was hoping for these guys to get a little bit more points, but 7 eliminations is already quite nice. I think it'll be an 8. Nope, it will be denied. DRX manages to defend their players, taking down Arena. Now we're down to 3 teams. DRX, they can still go ahead and give that revive to Nia and Big Papa. They can go ahead and heal up. DX, still 2 players left. DRX, of course, we already covered that. And BG has 1 player that needs the revive. It looks like Unknown was finished off just now. O2 is getting chipped off their health, their half health as of the moment. And DRX, they're kind of like trying to storm in. I think they're going to the territory of the D plus Kia over here. But D plus Kia, they have the advantage of having that building, and Burmese schools, of course, are quite spread out. Right now, it's actually DRX that kind of has a little bit more pressure into their side because they're kind of outside of that play zone. And in a couple of seconds, that blue zone's gonna come in. Big Papa unfortunately gets caught up into chips. Great shot from that. Big Papa's gonna be finished off really, really soon if that grenade is gonna hit. But Big Mama to the rescue. Ooh, Nia gets spotted as well. Chips definitely will not let Nia breathe. But dude, this guy probably should like watch their backs over here. But Osal will be revived. I think it'll be like high time. It'll be fine. They don't have to worry too much. Osal successfully gets revived. Nia is just hiding behind this. Okay, he's trying to check the windows. Ooh, Burmese schools spots them as well. This is not a good place to be for D plus Kia. 2 different teams trying to get them down. Chips takes damage from that grenade. 1 versus 1. Ooh, no. I think that's the end for DK. It's gonna be Burmese goals versus DRX this time.
2 versus 3, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening, and O2 is about to take the oxygen out from all of these players as he's on the rooftop of this building. S12K in the hand. Nobody has the slightest of idea. Okay, they have the slightest of idea. Not only that, they know where the player is located at. The S12K is not going to make any connection, and it's all over DRX with that winner chicken dinner, ladies and gentlemen, of the match number 3, the second angle that was on our screen right now. That was being played. DRX is the name that's going to not only secure the winner with a chicken dinner, but they're going to do it in style. All the S12K bullets didn't even graze them, didn't even connect to them, and they were an easy victory away from this winner chicken dinner. Now moving forward, now, from this point onward, the Miramar reign is going to start. The Miramar regime is going to start. And that's like one place where the whole momentum is going to change. Because at Angle, you can play both safe, both fast, a very like a balanced kind of gameplay. But Miramar is one place. If you don't have your vehicles, if you don't have your transportation, you're stranded. You are done. You will not be able to outrun the circle whatsoever. You need to have a car first and foremost. Then you need to have a decent placement amongst your peers, amongst your opponents, because Miramar and the position-wise, it's such a like barren land that anywhere that you go, it's completely open, and anybody can at any point see you. You need those like covers for yourself. You need those big vehicles, the minivans at this point in time, if you need to like really put yourself into the cover. I'm not sure if we have the hovercrafts. My memory does not serve me right. I don't know. I'm mixing something up, but I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on the chat, ladies and gentlemen, but I believe we have the hovercrafts even on this map. So if there are the hovercrafts, then it's going to be a decent thing. But right now, we should talk about the match number 3. That is to the name of the DRX with an amazing job of 7 eliminations.
Ooh, so that's 17 whole points from the 10 points with the chicken dinner. And well, I mean, the damage could have been definitely better. That's a 420 for their highest amount of damage dealt. But still, the fact that the RX had that survivability rather in the bag is just absolutely amazing. And it's a good thing that they got a lot of points. But right now, it's the MVP of the match. This is the true MVP. 10 whole eliminations, 1,329 total damage. Absolute insane, absolute monster. Team Flash's win. This is absolutely crazy. And really glad for Team Flash suddenly flashing into the area and even getting that number one spot in the match standings for this match number 3, despite not even close to getting that chicken dinner. They have 19 total points. The RX, on the other hand, with a 17 points, which is just the elimination points by the way of Team Flash. Number 3 is EA, and of course TS is also with 11 total points. But it's just absolutely insane how Team Flash is suddenly popping up so much with 17 eliminations, and the fact that they went down 20-ish minutes into the game. So didn't quite get a lot of placement points, but still very, very impressive. And of course, we have the match summary with 67 total eliminations, 11 grenade eliminations. Now, that is true Erangel spirit with the 11 grenade eliminations. Sadly, 0 airdrops looted, sadly, 0 vehicle eliminations, 9,531 healing done, and a Snape from Alter Ego has the longest elimination with 343 meters. Dude, speaking of which, Alter Ego, these guys are slowly fading into the background. These guys,
Yeah.
where are these guys? They are number 9 right now in the rank. Come on. You guys were doing so well. I don't know what's happening, and of course, we'll never know what truly is happening behind the scenes. But I'm really, really hoping, as well as the fans of Alter Ego, they're really hoping that maybe something will change. I mean, just 1 more point, 2 more points, they can actually go to rank number 6. So it's not actually that too much of a dire situation for Alter Ego. But right now, good game. Yes, it's still sitting at number 1, but right now they're only 6 points in gap between them and Team Flash. And Team Flash right now, there's a possibility that they're gonna be riding a momentum. Sadly, number 3 ASI, it is slowly but consistently falling ever so slowly down to number 3, perhaps maybe number 4 if DRX all of a sudden jumps up and gets a lot more points. But Arena maybe lost just 1 rank, but still they're doing quite well. They had a decent amount of points in that previous map. So with that, really happy to see the leaderboards changing quite a lot. But of course, quite nervous from some teams, and I'm really hoping to see some other teams, like several teams, improve in these coming maps. So you know what, with that, it's gonna be Miramar. It might be a whole different map. It might be a whole different place. Also, let's just look forward to that.
Annie, you do realize that throughout the both Erangel games that we have witnessed, we went to the stage number 9. We went till the very end. And it kind of makes me want to believe that, because I have seen it a couple of times, not once, not twice, majority of the times, that as soon as the Erangels are slow, Miramars are the fastest one out there. But we will know that, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from the break. So do not go anywhere, stay with us, and enjoy the highlights.
And we are back. We are all in map number 4 of our D number 2 of the PUBG Mobile Training Grounds Pro Nepal Season 3, guys. It's been a long way. We're already down to, actually, we're done with the first half of our maps for tonight. And now we're going on to our last two. In fact, our two Miramar maps for tonight. So with that, I mean, we already witnessed Erangel. We already witnessed the Rondo. I mean, the Rondo's kind of the same, more or less, just a
Yeah.
slightly bit more aggression. And then the Erangel was very drawn out, like to say the least. I mean, quite dragging, kind of waiting
Yes.
for things to happen. And if the stories will kind of stay the same with what happened day number 1 yesterday, because that's what happened with Rondo and Erangel, then Miramar is gonna be a bloodbath in the first half of the game, in the first maybe 5 minutes or so. It's gonna be like a lot of engagements, and people will just drop into the same area for some reason, for no reason whatsoever. And then it's gonna be a quiet middle game, and then for some reason it's gonna start again towards the late game. So hopefully that happens, and hopefully, I'm gonna be manifesting a 25-minute Miramar map game, because we had the most
Please.
stretch out Erangel game. Please, exactly, Torx. Please give us a 15-minute Miramar map, maybe.
No, no, no. The thing is, it's not about the time that's taken the maps to end. It's the teams that's taken so long to initiate those fights. And even in the Miramar, I believe that's not going to happen. Erangel, it can happen because everybody knows that what Erangel is being like played upon as, how the covers work, where the cover is, and what kind of like a blind spot is for the other team. You can know that. But Miramar is not that much versatile for the teams, because even in the classics, whenever the teams actually practice or play their own games, they tend to go for the Miramars. In fact, Erangels, not the Miramars. So the only time they are going for the Miramars are their practices or somewhere into the vicinity if they really, really want to play it out. So because of this, we might see some early fights and early engagements throughout the whole action. But yes, the rematches are done and dusted. That is Rondo for GG, E-Arena for the Erangel, and last but not the least, the final Erangel that we just witnessed for the DRX. Miramars versus Miramars it is for the rest of the two maps that's about to occur. And I was talking about the Miramar being how it can lead up to the fight. Yes, of course, because Miramar, first of all, Annie, has such a low loot ratio. You have like on the fingertips 4 or 5 cities, major cities that has the best drops, best loot. Other than that, if you're going somewhere, you're kind of hindering yourself for the early fights. You're not going to be able to take those early fights. You're not going to be take those early engagements, and because of those like that factors, the team usually go for the early fight. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The wait time is over. We are starting our match number next. The match number 4. It is showtime for the Miramar.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are going to be going to map number 4 already for our D number 2. This is their 7th to the last chance to prove themselves on leaderboards. And that flight path is going to go from up north going down to Minas del Sur. I think I've seen this flight path before. It feels very deja vu. But when this flight path happened, there was a lot of early game engagement. So if the same thing will happen, if the same story will happen from yesterday, we might be seeing a couple of teams go down to maybe like 14 teams left remaining in the game within like 5 minutes or so. So question is now, will that happen? Or maybe people will start, you know, being very careful at this at this day number 2. That's the question. But right now we don't really have any idea as to how this map is going to end, because of course this is our first Miramar map. We're going to be testing the waters at first for this first Miramar map. But right now, yep, they're going to be jumping in. I think there's a chance that Los Leones might be crowded out. There's a couple of teams trying to vie for that area, but already I'm seeing Horror Esports. Oh my gosh, Horror Esports, time and time again, I asked for consistency, but not like this. Horror Esports always getting picked off early in the game. Guys, please stay alive this time. And I'm kind of nervous because there's another team nearby. So watching out for Horror Esports. Hopefully they stay alive. They're still looting and everything. And there's, I believe that's XD saving nearby. Okay, Lamborghini takes a lot of damage. I don't know if Lamborghini has a gun. Okay, Lamborghini gets a knockdown. Paragin is trying to march into the building. Ooh, they spot another player from DX. I don't know where the rest of Horror Esports is. Dami Hora is getting bombarded over here. Paragin is right in this floor, right behind them. And it looks like Horror is trying to storm into the building. Ooh, lots of bullets coming in. That's a staircase, guys. And they're going to be walking into another place.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Horror Esports, no elimination, but still, that's a knockdown. Okay, DX rather is kind of low on health, kind of possible that Horror Esports might actually win this squad wipeout. Ooh, there we have it. DX will be the first team, rather maybe the second team rather, to get wiped out over here. Weibo Gaming somewhere out there got wiped out as well, but over here there's a possibility we might be seeing a third wipe out of the team. This is Thundertalk versus Team Secret in the Southern Islands. So with that, actually, we can see in the kill feed as well, Alter Ego versus Alliance going up against each other. I think there's a couple of pick-offs from Alliance. Look, they're down to one player already, and it looks like Team Secret actually got an elimination on their side. Look like Hora. I mean, they have 4 eliminations, but they did lose Jiga Hora. Still, it's good that they managed to survive and see maybe slightly of the light of the rest of this Miramar map, because they keep getting sent back to the lobby way too prematurely. But right now, they're going to be worrying about Tianpa, which swooped in as a third party. I don't know if these guys even have the resources to go and get some engagements in. But yeah, Kajaya does a rather Ajaya will be falling from Horror Esports. Ooh, Tianpa gets spotted. Dami Hora gets spotted, gets knocked down, and finished off with that bullet from Tianpa. And now it's just one player left for Horror Esports. I spoke too soon. I think Hora will be once again wiped out too early for goodness sake. Oh my god, Tianpa is still there. At least one was taken down by Horror Esports, but it's going to be a 3 versus 1 from now on. The Sleepy Horror is holding on to dear life, perhaps knowing how this game will end. They're trying to get at least one down, but no! Tianpa will not be losing any more players. They wipe out Horror Esports once again way too early into the game.
Oh my god, yes, that is absolutely true. It's back and forth, eliminations going around. Look at Secret down to the last guy, Zarus. What, Winchester 97? Thundertalk Gaming, come on. I'm waiting for that Winchester headshot. I am waiting for that, because Miramar, if it's not Miramar, then where are you going to use those sniper, those bolt actions to like take some heads off of the players? King, it's up to you, man. Come on, it's a 1 versus 1. I'm waiting for it, but TS, they have easily gone for the rescue, gone for that revival phase, maybe. I don't know. Nope, it's not. It's still not the phase. Zarus is super far away, but now, finally, Zarus may be taken out. It is a UMP 45 versus M4. 1-6, but UMP is winning it up. Oh my god! King! No way! He was forced back with just a UMP 45. This does not look good. And if he had stayed there, that Molotov would have easily taken him out from the game. But 7 bullets more remaining into the M4. He's going to change out the gun. He's going to drop down. And oh my god, that's a lot of damage going around. Come on. SLR. Headshots. Come on. Zarus is low. 5 more bullets. You're low on that HP too. You're just 1 bullet away, and that UMP 45 is definitely going to finally eliminate the player up. TT out of the game, and Secret successfully reviving their players. I think that's a 3 revivals right there, and then 3 players are still remaining into the game. The only player they lose is 1 player. Alliance is down to the last man, and this is not good. You said about this, Annie, like within the 5 minutes, within the 6 minutes, we will have like 4 teams being eliminated, and that's exactly what happened. Weibo, Hora, DX, and TT, they're out.
Oh my gosh, it's a repeat of yesterday. We're down to 14 teams. Oh my gosh. I think possible might be another pickoff. I mean, we can see EA kind of nearby the surroundings of Skyforce, and of course, Burmese Schools is also lurking about nearby, trying to see if they can get any pickoffs whatsoever. But then, yeah, I think we're back to like the quiet part of the map as of this moment. I can see Team Secret from the leaderboards. I mean, they do need those heals as soon as possible. But over here, looks like O2 from Burmese Schools is, probably spots a little bit of movement, and that's actually going to be Skyforce's Icy. Just a little bit of head peeking and some lucky shots, perhaps. Okay, just a couple of sprays, rather taps, rather a couple of taps from Burmese Schools. It looks like we might be seeing some rotations from Burmese Schools. They're going to be going away from that vicinity, and Skyforce, they're still kind of trying to hold their ground to spread out just a little too thinly all around the map. Whether or not that works in their favor, that's gonna be something that we'll be confirming later on. Right now, it's Icy. That's gonna be, ooh, took a lot of damage. They're down to half their health, even less than that. I don't know if it was because of O2's bullet, but yeah, that's a lot of damage taken. But there's a possibility that it's also E-Arena's doing, perhaps. And there's probably like a third party nearby. Let's just see how that's gonna work out for them. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be a bunch of lurking, a lot of scope scouting as of this moment, because we're already 8 minutes into the game. I think we had like 2 minutes of peace whatsoever. But yeah, for me, Schools Master Ichi will be joining in the fray. Got shot at just a little bit, but speaking of shot at, Alpha Gaming Zios also getting shot at, and there's DRX nearby. So the question is now, will Alpha Gaming manage to take over this compound that DRX has control over as of this moment, or will Alpha Gaming get wiped out at this rate?
They are playing so cautiously. Everybody is. Because you know that at this point, even the slightest of mistake is going to bring out so much destruction for your team, and maybe even the chance of you securing that top 3 spot for that price pool factor. You may not be able to get eligible for that if you make some mistakes and fall down too much short. But the circle is going to take a shift towards the eastern corner, hard eastern side. It is truck stop, it is Minas Generalis, the areas that is right now in the circle. But ladies and gentlemen, the fight is happening. It is the Sky Force being obliterated right here. Look at that. Burmese Goals O2 came in. He took down Sanchir, finished him off right there and then. And now with this, the 2 eliminations that the team has, 1 player is also knocked down. So the revival is definitely needed to be done. But on the other side, Secret, the last guy that was alive, it's all over. Big Mama versus IC. It's happening as Naki is going to take down Mama and Papa together. That's 2 down of the team at DRX, and they might just get eliminated. Zeol is also not going to be safe from the head reign of IC at this point in time, as IC T24 finishes off Zeol. Alpha Gaming is also going to receive a heavy setback.
Absolutely, and well, for gaming, they lost Zyle already. Still 0 eliminations. So trying to get something from this situation. But yeah, Skyforce still up in the running. Still trying to get some kills up against some. Well, there's no one here anymore. But yeah, just trying to get that vantage point up in the. Yeah, Team Flash might be in a little bit of trouble. ASIA trying to take back their titles, and of course they did get Zeus on the knockdown, and there's a lot of other players from Team Flash just lurking around the distance. So it's just gonna be a back and forth between them. Speaking of back and forth, Awful Gaming throwing in that grenade, taking a little bit of damage on the side of Inner Circle. But look at that! Look at their roster. W top. APG's top is the last person, kind of is an active player, and they're still trying to focus on IC, and slowly but surely they're losing a lot of health, and I think that is the end for Alpha Gaming. We're down to 12 players, 12 teams rather, and 38 players in this 11-minute Miramar map. So it's going on really, really fast, which is a total contrast to our Erangel map. But yeah, over here is ISK2. I think they have kind of an idea that Team Flash's Win is just nearby, and while Win is an absolute monster, this guy was, if you remember, had 10 eliminations in that one Erangel. Question is now Now, will they get K2 take down the golden boy of Team Flash, or will ASIA take back their kind of throne? These guys were like ranked number 3 at some point. Actually, they're still ranked number 3, but they definitely have the chance to go ahead and overtake Team Flash right now. So they can take this chance, more or less. But right now, it's just about the circle. Everyone's kind of calming down, playing it safe. And right now, a lot of these teams are going to be prioritizing getting into that play zone, but probably not ASI and FL. However, you can see from the map that they're just trying to at least wipe out this other team instead of rotating.
Oh my god. This situation is going really, really hard, but Irina finally taking down Icy. Beautiful shots going around from under the vehicle, taking down Icy completely, finishing him off. That's the first elimination that they're going to have, but whoa! What did I say into the kill feed? A win? You are a beast. That is a 1v3 from the Team Flash that has just been on the side of the Team ASI, annihilating them, getting them finished off right there and then. Godless is here into the vicinity, 79. 226 bullets to the guy. Joker is on the top of the building, or the mountain, if I have to say. But that mountaintop not only gives him enough advantage against the team, but also the disadvantage to his own self too. The moment he is going to be into the open, he's going to be spotted, but at the same time, he can spot down the player that is on the top of the mountain too. It all comes down to the fact who spots who first and who shots who first and foremost to get that elimination done. Joker is low, whereas Godless is full HP. One headshot is all it's going to take from the Godless side to eliminate the player, to knock down the player, throw the whole momentum of the E arenas aside. But there we go, the fire from the backside. Tourniquet is going to take down a Godless, and with this, it is the Sky Force that is done, that is dusted. E arena closing in the gaps of the number 4, the number 3s by getting these kind of eliminations, 2, 3 eliminations each map. But there's only one more map remaining after this, so you have to be careful on what you're doing. Falak is there, taking down the players with their cars. Icy is playing car game. They're playing dodge the car at this point in time. They're ramming down the players, eliminating them up. Tiamba is over here on our screen against the DRX, the team that got that win over a chicken dinner a while ago. Let's see if they're going to be maintaining their posture and their position into this game as well, trying to get some decent number of points, or they will be eliminated from this point onward.
Absolutely. I know time for this. Ooh, okay, finally DRX emerges from the smokes, go immediately into QZZ's position, taking them down so easily, just like that, with the numbers advantage. And I think DRS, they're taking on this aggressive approach despite only having 2 players, just taking them by surprise. Everyone's playing safe. Let's just not play safe. But QXCZZ unfortunately will be falling, and Nia will be the last person standing. I mean, it's just one elimination, unfortunately, and now I think we're going to be trying for our placement points, but Nia did get spotted, so this is not a good place to be. You can see Falak from inner circles closing in sooner or later, but Tanpa is still up in the running, and there's Alter Ego nearby. Alter Ego definitely needs to take back their title in this tournament, but of course they're already doing well with 3 eliminations. We're still at 29 players. That's still a lot of potential elimination points to be had. But speaking of eliminations, it looks like Joker gets a knockdown on their side, and it's actually gonna be a trade-off. Falak also manages to knock down both Joker and Sakura. That's a confirmation for Joker, by the way. And it looks like Good Game is also joining in, getting one knockdown on their side, and it looks like in this area right here, Irina's kind of getting eaten up by that blue zone, and Tourniquet, by the way, is the last person standing for Irina. So I don't know if Sakura can still get revived in this situation. I don't know how they're positioned right now, where their location is, because it looks like inner circle's kind of surrounding them as of this moment. Okay, let's see if Sakura can still be saved. It looks like Sakura is really, really low in health right now, and I see still 3-man squad at this rate. Actually, a 4-man squad. I don't know where the other person is, but of course, Alter Ego is still in the game. And Sakura, ooh, that's a lot of shots. And Tourniquet gets taken down. It's E Arena will be going down with no placement points whatsoever. And of course, the game does go on. We still have Alter Ego and Team Flash to worry about. We see Win is getting taken down by their own Molotov. I don't know if that counts as an elimination point, but that is definitely something that you do not want happening to yourself.
Oh my god, yeah, that is true. That is true. There's 8 teams remaining into the game at this point in time. There's GG with 80 to 86 points right now, and Team FL, they are together with the players. They are together the same points. Same points at the same time. But GG is definitely going to be on the top because of the 2 Vinavina chicken dinners, and at the top of that, they're still surviving. So even top 8, they're going to have 1 placement point at this point. So Alter Ego right now on our screen, the team that I am right now really is rooting for because they tried really good. They were playing really good at the start of the games and everything. The first 2 matches of the day number 1 was great for them. But so far on our screen is D plus Kia as well. On the eastern corner they are, and nobody's in the backside, and nobody can backstab them. Nobody can come from the back lines to take them down or something. They only have to like focus on their forefront or the right side where the Team Alliance's last guy is residing. And talking about Alliance, it's been a while since like we have seen that even that guy, he has not done anything after like initial 7-8 minutes 9 minutes where they were down to the last player. He did not budge an inch. He was definitely committed to the act of surviving.
Yeah, absolutely. And survivability is a factor that you definitely need. But speaking of which, I think D plus Kia is trying to go in and maybe get some bossy kills at this rate. But then, yeah, there's Burmese Goose nearby. Some sprays coming in. Nothing popping up in the kill feed. Just a 6x scope and a dream for D plus Kia's Fabian. But they're not going to be finding any kills just yet. But yeah, Alter Ego still up in the game. 4 eliminations right now, vying for their 5 DKs at their at their front right now. 3 players in fact, but of course, Alter Ego still a full man squad. But all the while, so we're out there. DRX gets eliminated off by Tanpa. I believe that was Tanpa finishing them off, and now we're down to 7 teams. This is placement points, guys. So with that, 23 players left remaining on the field. Alter Ego out in the open. They've spotted several teams just lurking about, but they're still outside of the play zone. They're actually at the border of the play zone. So when that next stage of the circle is gonna close in, they're definitely gonna have to keep moving. But then, yeah, everyone else kind of just settling in. Not much happening. I mean, perhaps there's some bullets being exchanged, but not really any knockdowns or anything like that. So with that, D plus Kia attempts on Burmese schools once again. Nothing much happening. Not much happening into fruition. But then again, just chill out, guys. It's still not even 20 minutes into the game. BG, Master Ichi gets 1, and Fabian takes a bit of damage. Will that be a finisher? Nope. Fabian lives to see another day.
Oh my god. Come on. We have 23 players remaining. There's DK. There's that has a knockdown onto their side. But Alter Ego is also going to face the same resume at this point in time. But, ooh, wait a minute. Alliance finally being eliminated on the hashtag number 7. They're only going to have 2 points now for themselves into the placement. But D plus Kia finally giving out that revive to their own team members at this point in time. They have 0 eliminations. 0 eliminations, meaning that grenade, if it connects, they're only going to be viable and capable of securing that placement point in this match. But ooh, wait a minute, I see what has happened. A while ago they were 4 men, and now they're down to the 2 men. 5 eliminations for the Alter Egos right now. Fabian is being taken down by the grenade of the Burmese Golds. There we have it. Let's see. Burmese Golds, Master Ichi. Why would you get out of the car so hastily and just get knocked down instantly? The backside fire, it's coming up. Chips receiving the damage, but successfully. He's lucky. He is definitely lucky enough to not get too much impaired by that spray or the damage. But oh my god, this guy sprays on a next level. He took down 2 right there and then. But now, not only he took down the players, but also he's in the safe. He has healed himself back to the 75. Burmese Gold has faced a very major setback. Why? Because of one slight mistake of Master Ichi jumping out of the car early on and getting knocked out.
Oh my gosh, just one little mistake. But yeah, okay, Burmese Schools, they still have a chance. They still have 2 players left remaining. All they have to do is capitalize on that as much as possible. I mean, they've been dealt their cards, they're gonna play with them. Right now, it's D plus Kia versus Burmese Schools. It's a 2 versus 2. All the while, Alter Ego over here, alongside Tianpa nearby, and there's also inner circles towards the western perimeter, and of course we also have good game lurking about just somewhere there near where Tianpa is. But then yeah, Alter Ego kind of has to rely a lot on the terrain and perhaps their cars as well, because there aren't a lot of buildings in the immediate area. So it's all about like kind of hiding behind these hills, these elevations. D plus Kia is kind of hiding with the blue zone kind of behind their back, and that just helps out a lot. But then they're gonna be forced to move every so often. And also is half health, but manages to dodge all those bullets from Burmese Schools, and now they're inside of the building. 1 versus 1 potentially.
come
Oh,
on.
unknown get shot down, but oh, so false. I really thought D plus Kias also had it, but Burmese Schools turns the times around, spots another player from
my
DK Chips,
God.
is trying to go in, really low on health. O2 jumps out of the building, goes on the aggressive. Chips is just a couple of HP left before this guy is gonna get taken down, and they're gonna be healing up before that happens. And quickly, very quickly, O2 is gonna be going ahead and give that a revive. Couple of seconds left to go.
Nice,
Chips
Molly.
has a Molotov on their hand. Mo switches back to a gun. Okay, so it's back to a 2 versus 1, perhaps. I don't know where the other person. Actually, DK is just the last person standing, and Chips just
There we
going on
go.
the aggressive, but unfortunately it's not gonna work out for this guy, and DK is gonna be saying goodbye. Burmese Ghouls gets a couple of eliminations on their side, but right here, EE versus Chanpa. Let's see how this ends up.
Oh, we do have to see how it's going to end up now as we're down to the top 5, ladies and gentlemen. This is the top 5 resume going around 23 minutes have passed. GG's there with the 1 player being knocked out. Tiamba, Ashing is really Ashing right now with that Molotov. He's literally on fire, but he's finally going to spot down Alva. Alva barely managed to survive from that spray. Oh my God. You were falling a little bit short, man. A little bit short. But the grenade is finally going to take care of Alva. And Alva, when knocked down, H-Ing is finally going to receive the damage from the backline. Krypton has to move forward against Team IC, but the backline shots are coming around. Snape is down, and Krypton being eliminated by the hand of IC. It is the 3 eliminations, I do believe so, for the Tiamba, and 1 for the Team IC. At this point in time, we're down to the top 4. Tiamba is there with 43 points. BG is there with 60 points, surviving with 2. IC surviving with the 2 as well, and GG with the 4. This marks a victory, I do believe so, for the team at GG. Once again, I do believe, I have a very strong feeling that GG is going to take that winner chicken dinner for themselves. There is the Team IC's the last player, 1 bullet of the shotgun. He needs to reload, and that's going to be his biggest mistake of not reloading the gun. Instantly been taken out by the Burmese goal. The IC out of the game, and Burmese securing a top 3 position into this match for his team, meaning 5 placement point are definitely going to be for Burmese, even if they get eliminated right here and now. 14 points are for these guys. Unknown alongside of O2 together, Tiamba on the other side, 2 man remaining as well, and GG with the full 4 squad. This kind of reminds me of the Erangel, where it was the same similar situation as well. One team had a full squad, the other team had like duo, and that duo finally actually managed to like make up the fight of I do believe so, a 1v2 or a 1v3 at that point in time. But right now, GG is together. GG is strong. They're throwing those grenades and getting those eliminations too. That's 1 down of Tiamba. GG Bond is down from the Tiamba side. The other player has also been spotted. H-Ing has also been taken care of. 8 elimination. Hashtag number 3. He gets out. Now it's up to the last 4 versus 2 scenario. BG and Burmese Gold Unknown and O2 together with all the four-man squad, the full-fledged squad of the GG. It is a winner chicken dinner coming up, ladies and gentlemen. GG is gonna have those four eliminations and the winner chicken dinner. I mean, it can be a different one, and I would love the other team. I would love the Burmese Golds to prove me wrong. From this point, make an impossible comeback for themselves. Do a 2 versus 4. That's gonna be the biggest comeback of this game.
Absolutely. And even if, I believe, even if GG gets his chicken dinner, they won't actually be the team with the most number of points in this game because we saw a while ago, I forgot which team it was. I think it was Inner Circles with 15 eliminations. So even if GG gets this chicken dinner, they only have 2 eliminations. If they wipe out Burmese schools over here, it's going to be 4. So 15 versus a 14 when GG still not going to be the top 1 team. But of course, it's gonna be all about who's the 10 placement points because rank number 2 is only 6 points. Those are 4 points. They aren't just fighting for elimination points; they're fighting for 4 holds. And so with that, Burmese Goal is trying their best to kind of maybe divide and conquer the game at this rate. But then G7 support met on unknown. So I think O2. I don't know. This guy is probably gonna try to take someone down, but
There we
unfortunately, it's
go.
not gonna be happening. It will be good game. Who will be saying good game with their fourth winner chicken dinner for this tournament? What is happening with these guys? I don't know what these guys ate. I don't know what these guys drank or what sort of ritual these guys just did. The reality is they have a total of 40 points from just placements from those chicken dinners. I don't know what is happening, but they managed to put a lot of points to their name in the leaderboards just now.
Oh my god, they definitely did. They definitely did. 14 points for the GGs once again, ladies and gentlemen. Securing that number of eliminations is amazing. It is super, super good. Meaning 4 winner chicken dinners, out of which they had the reign of 21, 22. In fact, 7. I think it was 19 first, 21 second. Yeah, that's the thing. 21 second. Then we had the first match of today. That was 22 points again for them. And last but not the least, this match that rounds up to a 14 points for the players, for these guys. These are the stats of their winner chicken dinner games. I'm not talking about the stats they played onto the different games. So around 80-ish point, 60-ish point, if I have to safely say, 60-ish point they just secured from the winner chicken dinner games. Aside from that, the other points that were secured throughout the I think 5 other games, it was amazing. It was amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the final match. The final match to begin. The final game of the day number 2. But before we head over to that, let's talk about this match. This game's stats. How well these players were actually playing it up. Supported his whole team members until the very end. 2 eliminations, 375 the damage. Kaya is there with 126 damage and 2 elimination. He definitely took, I do believe so, support's elimination. I do believe so. Or he could have taken Ranzar's kills because Ranzar also has 0 elimination and 180 damage. But Falak is going to be the MVP of this match, of the match number 4 with 6 elimination, 1060 damage. 128 is going to be his longest elimination distance and survival time of 20 minutes and 26 seconds.
Absolutely. And there's no absolute question that will absolutely deserve that Valak with the nations. And if I remember correctly, Inner Circles have at least 15 eliminations. Okay, we're gonna be seeing over here, yeah, 15 final elimination and a 4 that placement points, they totaling to 19. Despite not even getting close to that chicken dinner. And of course, BG has even more total points than GG, just by 1 point. But still, the fact chicken dinner winners are at number 4 the match, a little bit ironic, but still, GG, despite not getting the eliminations that they needed, they survived that, managed to get 14 points from this managed to secure their place at the of the leaderboard. But yeah, everything summary and is our this is gonna be our overall stand game. Will have 100
Yeah, that is true. That is
and
true. This
yeah.
is the overall standing. So far, good game is there with 100 points. There we go. 100 points finally secured for this team. Team Flash, 14 points of a difference, 86 points, 73 for the ASI 8, 67 for Burmese Gold. We have more teams with 67 as well. And alongside of all of this, you can see how well this overall standing is going on and how well the teams have played. Inner Circle is on the hashtag number 5 right now. They played this match really good as well. DRX is doing really a decent job. E-Arena, I kind of wanted this team to really do something decent because of the final match that they played. Alongside of the fact that Alter Ego is also doing the same thing right now at this point in time. We will have to see what the rest of the phases of these games are going to occur, how the rest of the games are going to be played, because tomorrow is going to be 5 more matches. Today, it was last match remaining, final match remaining. And because of this final match that is right now remaining, we will have to see, we will have to know what's going to happen from this point onward. This final match is going to bring up so much destruction, Annie. I can totally assure you that the players will definitely be going for a very aggressive approach. But for that aggressive approach, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go for a short break, and you guys have to enjoy a little bit of the highlights. So we will see you on the other side. Until then, enjoy the highlights. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, once again. After the short break segment, like we told you, this is going to be the highlights, a bit of one, and we are now finally here waiting for the final match to approach us, a final match to begin. Oh, this match is going to be so intense, so amazing, let me tell you. It is the final Miramar of the day number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Anything that the teams wants to do, anything they want to test it out, this is the right moment. This is the final chance that you're going to get. Tomorrow, it's not going to give you any kind of chance because everybody will be playing super, super serious. They will be giving 110% of their performances. So you have to make sure whatever you're doing, however much points you need, you cover it up right now. I know the bottom line teams cannot cover it up, so it's going to be like a different day for them. It's going to be like a do or die situation for them because they have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. If they come into the top 3, if they survive into the top 3, trying to make themselves into the overall ranking, they will have the prize pool. If not, they're not going to lose anything. They're just going to have that generous experience, that precious experience of how the lobby is working, how the teams are playing, and make some new like strategies and moves for even their next phase of the games, where they can apply that. So it all comes down to that. But yes, the match number 5, so the final Miramar. We were talking about the fact that okay, Miramar would have been like fast, but no, it was no faster than Erangel.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. Well, unfortunately, it did go fast in the first part of the game,
Kinda,
and
yeah.
then all of a sudden, kind of dragged out just a little bit, and then I don't know what happened. It just didn't end fast enough, but it started quite fast. But then, yeah, nothing we can do about that. I think that players are trying to keep it safe since it was their sixth to the last chance. Seventh to the last chance to get some points into this grand finals. But of course, this is gonna be their last map for today, and then after this, it's gonna be 5 more chances tomorrow on the grand finals day number 3. So well, they have to make the most out of it. After this game, there's gonna be one more chance tomorrow, and after that, maybe today, maybe they can go ahead and review their strategies today, what mistakes they made, what they could have done better, etc., etc. And yeah, lots of time to reflect, and of course, they definitely have to make a lot of adjustments. And well, the leaderboards, I don't know, more or less it's been maybe set in stone, perhaps. I mean, the stone is drying already, like the clay tablet is drying just a
Yeah.
little bit. So well, I think there's a considerable amount of like conclusions that we can get from this. We can see Good Game has put a lot of cushioning between them and Team Flash, starting at number 2, and of course number 2 and number 3 ASI. It's kind of like having that 13-point difference as well. But here, number 4 and number 5, it's actually Burmese Ghouls and Inner Circles who are tying for that. And to add that all up, DRX is only 1 point away from beating, rather catching up to Burmese Ghouls and Inner Circles. And Arena with that at 61 points. They had such a good run a while ago, but unfortunately it was not followed up but by any sort of consistency. So they dropped off to number 7 all of a sudden. Still, it's a huge improvement from yesterday, but it could have been better if they kept that consistency in hand. But unfortunately, it's not what happened at this rate, and they only have one more chance today. But considering the fact that maybe those teams are on the line of 60s, maybe they still have a chance to go ahead and catch up to at least ASI 8 and maybe even Team Flash later on. But right now, it's just the last Miramar map. There will only be one or maybe 2 teams that could get a decent amount of points. The others will definitely have to be stepped on in order for the others to move forward. But yeah, that is the overall standings. I think we have a general idea as to who we should look out for. And unfortunately, for those who are still on the 40s, the 30s, the 20s, it's gonna be hard to catch up. But yeah, I think they'll just use the rest of the maps to kind of take a feel on how the other teams are gonna be playing about. But otherwise, I don't know. The 20s, I don't think they can go ahead and catch up to Good Game anymore.
That is true. That is true. The 20, like 20 points, 22 points, all the way, I'd say up to 40, 50 points. 50 points. Until 50 points, the chances are looking really slim. Even 50 to 60 points, the chances are looking slim for you guys because 5 matches, 6 matches, let's just say for the sake of this match, 6 matches, I don't think it's enough number to like overtake a team that has like 20 extra points than you. Because not only you're going to be securing the points, they're also going to be securing the points. You have to take that into the consideration too. But ladies and gentlemen, GG. Day number 1, 2 winner chicken dinners. Day number 2, once again, 2 winner chicken dinners. Are they gonna like break this reign, and are they gonna have the third winner chicken dinner as well? We will find that out when the match is gonna begin, because this is the final match that will be of the Miramar once again in a short while. It will start. Don't worry about it. The teams are getting ready. The match will start in a short while, but oh my god, it kind of like pains me to see those bottom line teams whatsoever. Like they did so good. They were doing so like decent in all of that action, but suddenly things were not working out for them. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The match is about to begin. We are starting our final match of the day. The final Miramar of the day, number 2, is going to take its flight right about now. Let's see where the plane line is headed towards to. From the northern, I do believe. So is it northern or that is a western side? This looks like a very western side all the way down to the southeastern corner of the map. Meaning, this can definitely be, yes, a south favored plane line. There we have it. El Pozo is accessible. Picado is accessible. San Martin, I do believe so. It is accessible. The teams can glide. Yes, it's going to be difficult for you for a short while to do something. But aside from all of this, a majority of the cities, like the major cities drop-off locations, are accessible.
Absolutely, and well, there we have it. Maybe the top part of Miramar won't be accessible too much, but you know what would be funny if that circle went up to the north, maybe Labrador area, or if the game wants to be really funny, that circle will go all the way to Campo Militar. But maybe that won't happen. Maybe the circle will go to Los Leones or some sort. But then yeah. Everyone's gonna be settling into their favorite drop-off points, and if it's going to be anything like the previous Mirror March, we might be seeing a bunch of early game engagements once again, and at least 4 teams are going to get picked off before the 5-minute mark. But of course, you know what? Maybe I jinxed it too. Maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe we're going to have a 35-minute Miramar game. But of course, we're going to be seeing a couple of early knocks, and that is a 9th kill. What is happening? Weibo Gaming! They're another team that I worry about a lot. These guys, I don't know what's happening. They get picked off so early on. But then, yeah, we saw where the circle is going to be, somewhere in the eastern part of the map. But right here, we're going to be watching Alpha Gaming going up against Alter Ego. Right now, Refus has gotten picked off from Alpha Gaming. And AE, they're going to be coming in. Ooh, someone already has a grenade. Krypton's already cooking up a grenade. Managed to find one somewhere on the road. And they're going to be storming in. Okay, hide behind the wall just in time, but it's going to be a 3 versus 1. That was a wipeout. Weibo Gaming, all the while somewhere out there, got wiped out. And of course, here, Alpha Gaming versus Alter Ego is also happening simultaneously. We're seeing, Top is also going to get picked off. This was a divide and conquer kind of thing. And Alter Ego's really winning this over here. For Horror Esports, it looks like they're going to be taking down one person from Alliance. But all the while, we're seeing AE versus EPG also getting those pickoffs with the domination of AE mostly. And TS also finds a Thunder Talk somewhere out there. And of course, Alliance. And with Horror Esports, TP Horror hanging onto the thread, I think they're not going to be lasting very long. CP Horror is going to be falling. I think that's going to be one pick off on the side of Horror. But over here, there's also Skyforce having a problem. Seeing E Arena and Burmese schools once again going up against each other. These guys drop off on the same area no matter what. I don't know what's happening, and it always ends the same way, in absolute bloodbath 5 minutes into the game. And so we'll be watching out for that. Burmese School versus E Arena versus Skyforce in the Hacienda de Patron.
Huh? I saw a pan from Neko Dive. Oh my god, there's a lot of aggression going on. I couldn't contain that at that time, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, that was an honest reaction from my side with the pan. I was not expecting any of that kind of things, but Team Secret finally going to be eliminated. And Neko Dive is going to be that person responsible for that. Arena is aware also here with the 2 eliminations. 1 player has also been eliminated. 15 teams remaining within the 4 minutes marker, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 1 minute and each team is getting eliminated. Now it's time for ASIA to lose out their players. As Zephyr is right now down, knocked out. Joker is here. Now Uzi is trying to heal himself in all of this situation. Now Joker, you need to like step up. You need to go forward. Josefa has also been taken down. Wait a minute. What is going on? ASIA is also receiving some casualties. Where we're seeing the Hacienda fight, there's also the Los Leones fight going around. That is the DX versus ASI8. ASI8 down to the last, and it's over. Oh my god. Before we even can get over to there, it's already over. It's gone. ASI8 is done and dusted. 47 players are remaining, 14 teams. What did I say? 4th minute, 4th team eliminated. Now Fly, Team Flash, in fact, the FL Win, he came in with the grenade, took down one of the Team DX's player. Look at that HP. That is super low on the DX's player side. Win is going to throw that Molotov. He's going to throw one Molotov, one direction, the other Molotov, second direction, Grenade Master, Molotov Master, whatever you want to call him, you can call him, because he is pumping. He is pushing those eliminations out of these games.
An absolute bloodbath in the game. 5 minutes into the game, we're down to 14 as AP. Really at this day, it's just it's a the other smart games. There's no chance to whatsoever. What's happening?
Oh my god, yeah, and that's a thing for sure. But going on once again, the fights is definitely happening. The fights are once again beginning, and we have some Molotovs on the Team FL this time around. Team Flash is receiving the Molotovs instead of them throwing it on the other team.
Absolutely, and well, let's just keep on watching what's gonna happen. Hora finds one from Alliance. Okay, it's gonna be a 1 versus 1. Hey, Dami actually manages to get away just in time, but there's another person who did not turn around in time. Wow, that is a nice turn back for the Hora Esports Alliance. Just like that, but over here, guys, I think there might be a little bit of a more suspense between Team Flash and another team. That's gonna be Zeke Xavier, in fact. Okay, Bow is gonna be coming in. There's a 1 versus 1. Perhaps there's a backup from Team Flash nearby. But then yeah, just waiting it out on the staircase. Just being really patient. Bows doesn't want to risk this. But I guess if they get the support of the rest of the team, they might be able to get this elimination. In the back, I think Boss is just trying to lure this guy into the first floor. But yeah, this looks like Win and Bows unfortunately the same place. Lamborghini's just nearby, just waiting to be taken. But over here, some crossfire coming in. Potential 2 versus 1, jumping in. A little bit of damage here and there. Boss gets knocked down by Lamborghini. What is happening? That is a 2 versus 1 with the victory of Lamborghini. There's still tops nearby, but oh my god, what did Lamborghini pull this off? That's
my god,
oh, what? Team Flash got wiped out. They got Uno reverse card by DX Xavier. Lamborghini soloed. That 1 versus 3 or 1 versus 4 was it? What just happened?
Whatever it was amazing. A for amazing. This guy is a complete beast. Even with a solo player, he did not lose hope. He's like, yeah, I'm going to at least take you all down at least with me, even if I'm going out. Yeah, DX, you did amazing, but still, it's not going to be enough for you that you're seeing 30 points on the hashtag number 15, a solo player. You're not going to be able to like spot down the top 5 after this map. If you get the winner chicken dinner, if you could have had the winner chicken dinner, things could have been different. But now, as a solo player, I don't believe the winner chicken dinner is going to be viable or hopeful for the players. And they're also going to be saying the same thing, that yeah, do not focus on the winner chicken dinner. Try to focus on the survival and survive for as long as maybe number 3, number 2 placement. But 8 minutes passed, meaning we have 6 teams eliminated. From 18, we're down to 12. Tiamba is another team that is close into the proximity of Hora Esports. Hides Dami. He's moving away. He's going away. Tiamba QCC, finally his shots made some connection. Not enough for the players to like face a heavy casualty, heavy artillery. No. That's not the case. It's just a small amount of damage that's happening. On the other side, if you're looking at the map and the circle shift, circle has gone somewhat the veteran, but at the same time, I just kind of stopped in my track by like talking like Hacienda del Patron still has 3 teams, Skyforce, E-Arena, and there's another name on the top of the mountains on the very like southern side of the ranges. I think that is Burmese Golds that's waiting for the opportunity as well. So wrong moves will only lead up to your demise at this point. You're a 3-man squad going around making wrong moves, making wrong assumptions. It's gonna hurt hurt you so bad, even if not now, maybe in the later stages.
Absolutely, and well, still lots of pressure here in the Patron. But speaking of pressure, Tianpa versus a Thunder Talk. It looks like King will be falling, will be taken out. Checkmate, just like that. The Neko Dive is gonna be knocked out by Aching and Tianpa. But 1 versus 1. Ooh, I think Tianpa might be getting this in the bag. Aching manages to get away with just a sliver of life. That is a TT getting wiped out by Tianpa. But there is a G nearby, and I reckon they have heard those gunshots as well. It's just a third party. But speaking of which, Uzi falls, but it has a godless from Skyforge over here. But the rest of EA still nearby. They're getting eaten up by that blue zone as well. So it's just gonna be a slightly more on their side, especially with the knockdown members of E Arena. They'll have to crawl all the way into safety, and it's just not that good of an idea. But over here, Godless is trying to gatekeep E Arena from moving forward. But Uzi gets spotted and finished off by Godless just like that. And so with that, Skyforce gets those 2 eliminations on their side. Sanchir and Rylene has exited the game early on. The arena still nearby. It looks like they're kind of try to rotate into the area. Icy's also there. Possible 2 versus 1 is going to be happening. Godless will be rotating into the area to give a support to Icy. Not until they go ahead and loot the place up. Icy falls. That's a 2 versus 1. Icy gets finished off. Turney falls. A Joker's also in back. Oh my goodness. It's a little bit of trade-off between E Arena and Skyforce. Godless trying to come in and try to get those revenge kills. Trinity falls as well, and that is a whole squad wiped out by Godless. Amazing grenade throw. That grenade bounce wiped out EA. Absolutely Godless from Skyforce over there.
That is amazing. We're down to the 10 teams, ladies and gentlemen. 8 teams have been eliminated. And the teams that are right now remaining is the Team GG. There's IC, there's BG, there's DRX, Alter Ego, D plus Kia, Tiamba, and the solo players of DX, SF, Hora Esports. IC has a duo, and that's about it. The rest of the teams, like all the other ones, they're full-fledged squad. D Xavier has been taken out by the Team Burmese Golds. That's another elimination that they're going to have for themselves. Alter Ego on the other side, we're seeing them taking the fight against the Team D plus Kia. Fabian is down inducted. The players are coming in for that rescue section, but rescue section is not going to happen as the player has initiated the fight, finished off the fight, left the premises. Rosemary's location is revealed. The spray may continue. The spray may go out, but it's not going to go. It's not going to go towards the players. It's reaching somewhat close to the vicinity, but how are the damages going over towards the player side? Krypton finally coming in. Chips is down. On the other side, we have Ozal in the area. Prone down. 4 times spray. It is coming up. Noibu is going to be the one responsible for the spray. GG support. Support coming down. Alter taking down one of the Alter Ego's players. It is Alva, the final, the one and only hope for the team. Inner Circle also wants a piece of the T plus Kia's action as well. They want some elimination, and that they are going to get. 5 elimination. Alter Ego had 6 elimination. Now IC is going to have for themselves. But D plus Kia, they want to take a look at the Team IC too. The sprays are going around, but it's not reaching the player to the critical point where he is going to get knocked out. There is one spray stopping, the other one starting. Once again, it is 2 versus 2 scenario. IC, you have to be very careful because Team D plus Kia, right now, they're on the hashtag number 9. They have 54 points. Yes, you have considerably, amazingly, so many more, like 20 points of a difference, almost 20 points, 19 points of a difference if I have to be precise. But the thing is, if they eliminate you here, they're just making more of their chances of securing that 73, 74 points for themselves. Meaning, with that 2 more points, they will have 56, and then survivability, that's 60. That number is going to go down. The difference that you have set for the other team, it's going to come down, and you don't want that. Nobody wants that difference to come down, and exactly that is why even GG is doing their level best even in this game. Look at that. They already have 2 eliminations. They were the one, I think, that took down 2 of the players of the D plus Kia.
Yeah, absolutely. And GG is just giving us a lot of kind of consistency over here. And despite not having like the glorious 20 points whatsoever, they still have 4 winner chicken dinners, and that's enough to kind of keep their place in the number 1, and they're just hoping that they don't get overtaken by Team Flash or anything like that. But Team Flash hasn't gotten flashy all too much, not as much as GG. And the fact is, Team Flash and ASI have already been picked off, so GG can rest just a little bit more. But I know that they want to get as much points as possible. And speaking of points, C plus Kia gets a Fallock into the ground and is just waiting for a confirmation for that elimination. Also, is going to be getting into the area, trying to draw out anyone else from inner circles potentially. And now they have to kind of tread really carefully, because T plus K is actually down to 2 players. It's just gonna be Nobu and Osal on, and so we're gonna be waiting on that. What's gonna be happening? And it looks like Nobu will get that confirmation from Fallock. Fallock will be Folly. I see will be down to 1 last player. I'm not sure who that is, but Horror Esports surprisingly Hype Dami Hora holding on to dear life and manages to get even just 1 placement point. I mean, they made it to the top 8 teams, and so Hype Dami Hora rather already has 3 eliminations in the bag. So that survivability and just kind of waiting it out, I think it's going to be working out for Hora, and Hora definitely needs those points. But over here, we are watching out for GRX as well. Still fresh off the plane, 0 eliminations, all their health intact. Perhaps just trying to secure some just before really putting into some perhaps aggression, but they definitely have to step really soon. There's only 21 players left, not a lot of eliminations waiting for these guys. But all the while, speaking of eliminations, ZRX finds Kaya from Good Game. That's just a knockdown. But the question is now, will they be revived or will they be finished off? But speaking of finished off, Godless manages to knock down and finish off O2 from Burmese Schools.
Oh my god, some more eliminations are coming up. DRX, so far, 4 man remaining in the circle. The best part about this whole resume is that they are in the circle right now. They are not like over pushing or doing anything weirdly thing. They are just chilling in the circle. They're waiting for the other team to like come into the place. And because of the circle they have for themselves, I do believe there's a very big possibility that they might be able to secure the win of a chicken dinner, because so far I'm seeing majority of the teams, they're staying at the corners. They're staying at the corners of the circle. They are the only team that is somewhat in the centralized position and away from the fight areas. So they're going to let the other teams fight. Maybe they're going to secure the win of a chicken dinner. But DK, Noibu, so far, the solo guy remaining, he is moving towards the team IC's location. But DRX, look at this. Finally, Nia spraying down the players, trying to take down the cars at the very least if they're not able to secure down the players. So that's what's going on. But Team ICs, they're going to throw the grenades. Nobody's going to receive that connection. Okay, there we go. Nobody's going to receive that connection. Once again, Noibu's cooking that grenade, throwing it away, but he's getting some shots from the further back side. Tiamba, I think, is the one responsible for those shots coming around. Noibu, you have to get out of here. You have to get out of here. Take his car, take his UAZ, and just leave. I beg you, at this point, do not engage in the fight. You need those survival points more than the elimination points. You're at the hashtag number 9. The potential is there for tomorrow's matches for you to secure more and more points. But there we go. He finally manages to eliminate the player. 7 elimination IC had before getting eliminated on the hashtag number 7 already. 18 minutes in. We're in the top 6.
Oh my gosh, finally, we're in 18 minutes in and only 6 teams left. And what 2 of those teams, in fact, are just solo men holding on to dear life all alone in the field of Miramar. So practically, this is like 4 teams kind of, with 2 teams just lurking about. But over here, it looks like Master Ichi spots the last person from Bora. GG7 support finds a more knockdown on their side. The QZZ from Tanpa takes a little bit of damage from Hora. Hora is going on the aggressive. Haitami trying to get some damage in, running away. No consequences whatsoever. They know that they're picked off sooner or eliminator. Might as well take someone down with you, but they're taking a bit of damage from Master Each, from Burmese schools, from somewhere out there. Manages to get away in time because we can see nothing's popping out in the kill feed. This guy is still alive. Ooh, that jump, and it did not work out for them. DK's null move falls into their deaths, quite literally picking them off, getting their whole squad eliminated off as the number 6. Okay, guys, we're down to number 5 teams, or rather, in 19, almost 20 minutes into the game. And still, GG is still up in the running, still with 102 points, still pending placement points later on, and possible elimination points as well. Haitami Hora manages to get
Come on.
3 eliminations for their team, and possibly placement points later on as well. Chanfa still up in the running with 3 eliminations, GG with 2. DRX is still a full man team as well as Chanpa, so they'll be going up against GG. Full squads versus full squads versus full squads. Of course, Burmese schools with their 3-man teams can still potentially get the chicken dinner. It's definitely possible, but maybe GG. I'm mostly going on the defensive, or like taking less a risky route these past couple of maps. So maybe, I don't know if they'll try to vie for the chicken dinner, but definitely we won't be seeing a lot of aggression, a lot of attempts on elimination points
Yeah.
yet. But then maybe Janpa, maybe DRX, there's a chance that these guys might be going for the chicken dinner, trying to eliminate, like actively seeking out other teams. But right now, we're not really seeing much movement from any other team. Champa attempt to get some sprays on. Ooh, Nang X takes a lot of damage from QZZ over there. Doesn't manage to get to finish the job, however. So we're kind of just waiting that out. Let's see if they'll make any progress soon. But right now, it's just Champa waiting it out. GG not making any moves. Just a couple of sprays. Not much progress.
Let's make this interesting, Annie. Which team do you believe is going to have the winner chicken dinner this time around? Judging from these top 5s, Hora, the chances are very slim. BG, the chances are there, but slim as well. So it all comes down to GG, DRX, and Tiamba. Choose which team do you think may have the potential to secure the winner chicken dinner of this final match?
I think it's GG.
Ooh. I mean,
I
not a bad choice.
this is my explanation. These guys are playing safe. They won't get a lot of points, but they will survive.
Yeah, they're not too much focused on the winner chicken dinner, in my opinion, because the amount of eliminations they have, the amount of points they have, they're just chill. Even if they're not like doing anything, they're chill. What I believe at this point is either it's Tiamba or DRX, one of these two, and I can't point my finger on one, but as GG is close to Tiamba, I feel like it might be DRX that I'm leaning towards to, because even look at this, DRX, we have not seen them take any initiative in any of the fights, whereas GG or Tiamba, they are constantly taking the fight against each other and the Burmese gold as well. So whatever's happening over here, there is a possibility that DRX can potentially do a backstab or a third party upon these players and maybe secure those eliminations. But Kaya right now on our screen, he is here taking those initial like fragments. He's trying to take those fragments. The damages are going onto the, I'd say, Burmese gold, but Tiamba is completely unscratched. Tiamba is completely into the safe side, but they don't have the idea, I do believe, so that wherever the good games Kaya is, the moment they're going to come out, they're going to try to get into their cars, whether it's like the cars that is completely safe or about to blow up, they will face the consequences of that.
Absolutely, and we're just gonna be waiting for that to come into reality, you know? Kind of watching Tianpa at this moment. They're all like compounding into the same house, into the same structure. So one good throw of the grenade, perhaps we might be seeing a lot of damage coming in. Oh, it looks like Kaya will be peeking out. That's a nice execution on that peek out. Manages to get away with all of their lives and manages to knock down GG Bond. Okay, we're going in for that grenade throw. Cooking it up. Let's see if it's gonna do any damage or someone else trying to throw that grenade. Ooh, nice one, nice shots. absolutely crazy. Manages to dodge all of those shots. What is happening? Tanpa is getting bombarded right now. It looks like they'll be the subject of the attack of Good Game. It looks like they'll be trying to draw them out. Ooh, Kaya took a lot of damage from that grenade, but the important thing is they're alive. Nang X, a very interesting move over here, going straight into the fire, but they will be backed up by someone else, by support in fact. And of course, Yanma is still trying to lick their wounds because they've been knocked down one after the other. Okay, one down from the side of GG is actually going to be support that gets wiped out. But speaking of wiped out, it's Chanpa though be losing it out down as the fourth team. Now we're down to 3 teams. It's going to be between BG, GG, and DRX. And once again, still, any of the teams can have this in the bag. Although there's a slight numbers advantage coming in for DRX. Still, could be anyone's game. It looks like in terms of location, GG might have a slight disadvantage. They're not inside of the circle yet. It's BG that has the location's advantage. But the question is, will they be able to hold on to the control of their location, or can GG take that over, or perhaps even DRX?
I mean, at this point in time, Burmese Gold at GG's DRX. The opportunity for the DRX is looking really good for the Vanilla Chicken Dinner. We are seeing Nia being spotted down. He's going to be out in the open. And GX, he's going to spray down. But no, wait a minute. Backstab. BG, Burmese Gold Unknown is here with that spray coming around. And GX hasn't been knocked, has been finished off. GG is down to the last 2 players from this point onward. The grenades are coming. Ranzer is low on that HP. He finally received a 1 splash damage of that grenade. Second one may just take his life. Big Papa, he's cooking that. Let him cook, and nobody's gonna get hurt by that grenade. The second one comes in, another small splash damage happened around the players. He's coming up, SROK not making connection. 1 player knocked down, and suddenly he's down 2, and QXZZZ finishes him off. But Nia, in the meanwhile, in the midst of all of this, he's gonna lose his life. Good game. Kaya has been eliminated by the hand of the team DRX. That's 2 elimination they're gonna have at this point in time. It's a 1 versus 2 going around. They realize that at this moment, at this placement, it is a 1 versus 2 or a 1 versus 1 fight that they have to take, and they have to initiate. The state number 7 is closing on. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. It's happening. 2 eliminations. Maybe it's 5 elimination win of a chicken dinner. We might see if Unknown gets spotted, because remember, Unknown was knocked out by one of the team Good Games, a player. So if he gets eliminated, that's not coming into the side of the DRX. So DRX will have to confirm that elimination. That they do. Unknown has been eliminated. Godspeed and Master Ichi together, 75% HP, ready, rock, and loaded. They are in the circle. They have to wait for the DRX to move inside, in fact, and they can easily maybe take this opportunity to initiate the fight against them and maybe take them even down, because I see Garoza in one of the hand of the team Burmese Gold.
Absolutely, and now we're just kind of waiting this out. Okay, DRX kind of going right of this hill, and look at this. It looks like they're trying to like go training. You know, this is like the training for the shooting for PUBG. You know, they go into practice mode and then kind of just like zoom in, zoom out on the scopes. But then yeah, trying to scout out for these ghouls at this rate, and Master H is just hiding behind this air loot. And of course, there's also Godspeed and another part of the map. QXEZZ has them on their scopes. Oh, that's a nice throw from Big Papa over there. Godspeed falls, and now it's just gonna be Master Ichi that they have to worry about. And there's absolutely no chance that Master Ichi is gonna go ahead and revive Godspeed. Look at that. Big Mama manages to clear that out of the way. Now it's a 3 versus 1. I think there's only probably a 99% chance that DRX rather is gonna have this in the bag. I think there's no way that Master Ichi, unless DRX
1v3,
manages
please.
to fumble this so bad. I think it's DRX. This is a 3 versus 1, man. They're just playing with their food at this rate. You know what? They should just take out the frying pans and kind of go 3 versus 1. You know, like finish this game like real man. I'm just kidding. Yeah, DRX are still playing it safe until the end, inching towards Master Ichi, and finally QXZZ puts the final bullet into the bag, ending this day with the winner chicken dinner of DRX. Congratulations once again. What an amazing ending to this day number two, to this last Miramar for today.
Last Miramar is done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Team DRX is the one that's going to have the winner chicken dinner into the bag. But the main question still remains, is it 5 elimination, is it 6, or is it 7 elimination that they're going to have after this match was done? Because I think the last time I saw them, there were 2 of those eliminations. They secured some of those eliminations in the surrounding areas, so it kind of makes me wonder if they got those 3 eliminations of the Team Burmese goals, and it was kind of like 5 elimination winner chicken dinner, 15 points, or it's 4 elimination winner chicken dinner, because there is also the slight possibility of the final player just denying his elimination, one of the player denying his elimination. We will know that once we will go and see the stats, the team-wise, the WWCD stats and all that. So we can only assume until then. But what a game it was. We were seeing the aggression from the very start of the day till the very end of the games as well. Aggression was there. Team DRX did the perfect backstab on all of the teams, so whether it was the GG, whether it was the Burmese Golds, or into their surroundings, all those other names as well. The moment they had that northern area for themselves with the nobody into the backstab, I knew for a fact that, okay, they might be doing something good. They might be cooking something.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, DRX just holding on to their survivability until the end. I really thought like at least GG has this in the bag, or maybe it's gonna be funny and BG Burmese goals just surprises us all. But yeah, I'm still happy for DRX coming in and getting that chicken dinner that they absolutely need. With that 5 total eliminations, and you can tell that they kind of played this game a little bit too passively. They have a total of 15 points from this map. We have QXZZ getting the 3 points in 3 eliminations, and Big Papa with the 2. But the MVP of the match will be Godless from Skyforce. And I absolutely understand that crazy like 2 versus 1, and that good like grenade throw just finishing off. I forgot which team it was. Sorry, my dog is barking. But then yeah, I forgot what team it was, but Godless finished that off with a nice grenade throw. I think this deserves the MVP of the match. It did that 5 total eliminations and 721 damage, and that great game sense. That great game sense just coming in from Godless.
That is true. That is true. Godless had an amazing game since this time around. 5 eliminations, 721 damage he's going to have, but going to the match standing, match-wise ranking, it is 15 points for the DRX. Nobody came close to that 15. Okay, 11 and 11 points are there, but my main concerning factor is that nobody, like, initiated that kind of aggressive resume of those elimination numbers that we usually saw in all of those other matches. Burmese Gold, 5 elimination, 11 total points. GG, 6 elimination, 11 total points. Tiama with 4 eliminations, 8 total points. IC with the 7 elimination, 8 total points, 8 eliminations, and 8 total points for the DX. Hora Esports with the 7 total. DK with the 6. Skyforce with the 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 0. There's only one team with the 0 points in the match ranking, and that was the team that got eliminated right off the very bat with those pans and everything. But 67 eliminations in this Miramar match. 4 grenade eliminations, 2 airdrops were looted, 5,184 of the total healing has been done with 0 vehicle eliminations, and last but not the least, it was GG7 support with 358 meters of the longest elimination distance.
Oh my gosh, it's only good game with the triple digits at this moment. What is happening? Team Flash still has 12 points left to go before they cross the 100 point mark. And of course DRX coming up number 3, which is amazing to see DRX finally climbing leaderboards. So coming up with 81 points. And Burmese Girls definitely has a lot of improvement as well, going at 78 at number 4. And there's having an amazing improvement today. So many teams that kind of pop off. And Arena, we did see a boost, but then they didn't manage to hold on to any kind of And of course, Alter Ego, they did so well yesterday, but they managed to get a lot of impressive points from this day number two. Hopefully, we see something different tomorrow in day number three. And of course, to end the first page is actually D plus Kia coming in at number 9. And of course, we can see the rest of the teams at page number 2. So we said a while ago, maybe 40, 50-ish points might be a little bit too hard to kind of work with, especially if we only have 5 maps left to go. And unless you go total beast mode, like I'm saying, at least 25 points every single game tomorrow, I don't think that page number 2 teams can really catch up, but we're really hoping they could. But realistically, it's probably not gonna happen. But tomorrow it's gonna be day number 3. It's gonna
Yeah.
be 5 more maps. It's gonna be the last chance for these 18 teams to solidify their places in the rankings. And so I think we have like more or less a good idea as to who to expect to vie for maybe top 1, top 2, and top 3. And so with that, I think people are starting to put their bets, and I think we all have our own like
Yes.
predictions already. But I'm really excited to see what day number 3 brings us tomorrow.
True, true. We do will have to see what the day number 3 is going to bring us in all of this action, because the day number 3 is going to be the day of destruction, the day of final like standings as well. After the 5 more matches, ladies and gentlemen, we will have our champions of the Pmtg Pro Nepal Season 3. But for that to happen, we have to come back tomorrow. And for that to happen, we actually have to go and say our goodbyes for now. This was Torix. Alongside with me was Annie for the 5 matches again. Thank you so much, Annie. And thank you so much, each and every single one of you, for joining us onto the stream. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, and the same kind of action. So tune in. Make sure you're subscribed. And we will see you once again tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day.